It's your boy Jersey the King. I'm back in this motherfucker getting it popping. Welcome back to the Jersey the King show. This is the Gridiron, where we talk nothing but football, NFL, XFL, USFL, NCAA, football, fucking football. Welcome in, y'all. How's everybody doing today, man? How we feeling today, y'all? We in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You already know how you doing today, Hit. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in the Barry. I'm live on YouTube, Twitch, and motherfucking Facebook, y'all. We getting it popping. Y'all know how we doing it today. We not bullshitting around. We not playing no games. You feel me? So, let's get it. We're going to let this room fill up. How many of y'all in here? Holla at me. Holla at me. Say something in the chat so I know who here. Because we about to get it popping. You know what I'm saying? We about to get it poppin'. Hold on, y'all. Hey, Alicia, I see you. Hey, can I get a shout out for Alicia? You already know, bro. I'm over here freezing. Hold on. This is what I was afraid of. What's good, Tone? How you doing today, Tone? Got the bot talking to me all crazy. How y'all doing today, yo, man? I'm trying to get everything running right. That's all I'm trying to do. Make sure we get everything running right before I get this shit popping today. Cause I see my shit is not rocking like I want it to. Hold on, yo. Bear with me. Trying something new today. You know what I'm saying? Trying something new today. Hadamana, welcome in. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Everybody's here. Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about, man. We're going to get this Gridiron show popping today. You feel what I'm saying? We getting this shit popping today. Don't play. We out here. Welcome. Welcome. You feel me? I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We about to get it popping today. Today, I ain't even going to lie. We talking about the latest free agency signings, the latest trades, the latest fucking everything going on in the NFL, man. I'm talking. What? Wait a minute. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Let me go to my settings right quick. Hey, yo, that TTS is irritating as hell right now. I'm about to turn that shit right the fuck off. I can't. That's too much right there. Hold on next. Let me see. Let me see what's going on before I continue, because I don't want. Y'all shouldn't be getting ads. I'm going to tell you like that. If you're subscribed to my channel, you should be having ad-free. Like, your shit should be ad-free. Hold on, y'all. Because this ain't making no damn sense. Yeah, this don't make no sense. I forgot where to go, y'all. Where do I go? Again? What's goody, Tony? Right? Like, yo, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm about to get this shit right now. Because there should be no ads. Yeah, there shouldn't be no damn ads, man. Yeah, allow subscribers to watch your content on your channel ad free. Yeah, there shouldn't be no ads if you subscribed. If you are subscribed to this channel, there should be no
She good, she got
ads.
no ads now, bro.
I bet. There we go, TTSing it up. I see you. That's what I'm talking about. All right, we in this motherfucker, and today we about to get it popping. Like I said, we got a lot of shit to talk about. So, without further motherfucking ado, let's get into it. First on the day, hot topics and headlines. You feel me? Some motherfucking hot topics and headlines for your ass, boy. All right. First of all, the Bears, the Chicago Bears, it's working for me. It ain't working for you. It should be working. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me double check something. Look, y'all got me over here fucking up my setup, man. Yeah, TTS should be working perfectly fine, brother. Yeah, TTS should be working, Alicia. I just heard you. Now, if you didn't hear it, then let me fix that. But TTS should be working. Try it again. Oh, okay. See, this niglet here. All right, we back, y'all. We back. Fuck it. All right, like I said, the Chicago Bears. I just hit us over the head last night or yesterday with a trade. They trade the #1 draft pick to the Carolina Panthers for DJ Moore, wide receiver
Smiley
DJ Moore.
face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face,
And
smiley face.
4 picks. We're talking
It is working. It was
this
DeLeo
year's
Ma'u.
draft. They get the #9 pick, they get the #61 pick, and they get a first-round pick in the 2024 draft on top of a second-round pick in the 2025 draft. So they just made a good move. And the reason why I say that is because now that just shows that Chicago is putting their faith in Justin Fields and they're going to try to get some weapons around him on offense. Work on that defense. They got to do really, really well in this draft. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't, it's going to be all bad for them. I'm going to say it like that. It's going to be all bad for them. Straight up. It's going to be a waste that they gave away the first-round draft pick, and you know what I mean? But I feel if they put the right weapons around Justin Fields and give him a good offensive line, he could be productive, very productive. He could do well on that team and give that team a chance to be a NFC contending team again. Because it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while. So people got to understand that #1 draft pick doesn't always mean let's go out and get the best player in the draft if you don't need that player. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Bears had the #1 draft pick and chose Justin Fields when he came out in the draft. So now, if you're going to give up on him after 2 years, you know what I mean? That's a waste. You should have built around him in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And that was what was the problem in the first place for the Chicago Bears. You know what I mean? They didn't put no weapons around Justin Fields, and no offensive line. He's sitting here getting smacked. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting here getting smacked, y'all. Constantly getting smacked, dog. And it's like, okay, something's got to give. You know what I mean? Now, what do y'all think about just that trade in general? Because DJ Moore is a good receiver. He showed that last season with the Panthers. And he had that touchdown where he took off his helmet at the end of or during the celebration. It was a game-winning touchdown. He took off his helmet and fucked him over. You know what I mean? They ended up losing, but they scored a game-winning touchdown. That was the problem. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't get me wrong. He's a threat receiver. He's a downfield threat. He's a slot threat. He's a middle of the field threat. You know what I mean? You can line him up anywhere at the receiver position, and he's going to put in some work. You know what I mean? So I feel that this was a good trade for the Bears. Excuse me. When it comes to starting to acquire weapons for Justin Fields. You feel what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think in the chat. We'll definitely go over it. You know what I mean? I want to hear what y'all got to say. Because, like I said, this trade is huge right now. You being a team that didn't have the number 1 pick. Now you have the number 1 pick. You also have... That's it. Well, they have the 2 and the 12, I believe. So, you got to imagine now what this does for... Wait. Yeah, what this does for Carolina is give them 2 back-to-back picks. They're on the clock. You know what I'm saying? They're on the clock right now on who they going to pick. Are they going to replace P.J. Walker? Are they going to build around P.J. Walker? You know what I mean? Like, this is a huge decision for them now with the number 1 and the number 2 picks in the draft in the first round. You know what I'm saying? And then they get a number 12 pick in the first round. So they got 3 first-round picks coming to their team this year. And they gave up on, I wouldn't say gave up on them, but they gave up DJ Moore plus 4 more picks to do it. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, look how many picks they got. You know what I'm saying? So they're going back-to-back, 1 and 2. So they can get, if they wanted to, they can get Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud and then turn around and get Jalen Carter, the best defensive tackle in the league or in college football coming out of the draft. So that's a huge option that they could take advantage of as well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm going to tell you like this, bro. DJ Moore was shocked. He didn't even expect to get traded. It was like one of them out-of-nowhere trades. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those out-of-nowhere trades. And he gets a call like, hey, you on your way to Chicago, nigga. You on your way to Chicago, nigga. That's all I can tell you. You feel me? You on your way to Chicago, my nigga. So, it's like damn. It's like, damn, bro. Hold on, y'all. But I just feel like it's going to be good for the team as far as those 2 teams moving forward. Like I said, if Chicago builds around Justin Fields and now DJ Moore and get them some more weapons, get them offensive line, get that defense good, they'll be a contending team again. You know what I mean? They'll at least be a playoff contending team again. Carolina as well. You know what I'm saying? They use these draft picks correctly and get this to rebuild this team correctly, and in about a year or 2, they should be good. You know what I mean? They should be back in a playoff hunt. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of what they do with this trade and these draft picks. So with that being said, all we can do is wait and see. You say you go act like 50 Cent. You never know. You never know. He might go to Chicago and say, fuck it. Got a young stud at quarterback who can move in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? He can extend the play, which helps DJ Moore, if he's covered, to get open. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if they get an offensive line in there, Chicago's going to be a better team. It's just a matter of putting the right pieces in place for that team to succeed. Because without succeeding, without putting everything in place, there's no chance of success. So, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they got to get their shit together and utilize this trade and all these draft picks the right way. Both of these teams. I'm gonna keep it like 100 with it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what time it is. Roll up if you got to. Light up if you don't. It's 4:20 somewhere, and it's time to smoke. Let's talk about it. All right. Next. This one hurts. All my Baltimore Raven fans out there, I know y'all kind of tight right now because Lamar Jackson got the non-exclusive franchise tag by the Ravens. They non-exclusive franchise tag this man. So, what that means, no, hit. He didn't have no say-so in the trade. Look, players don't have no say-so in trades like that. They don't, bro. They get traded.
Light up if you don't.
You know what I'm saying? They get traded.
4:20 somewhere, and it's time to.
That's why everybody was shocked, because Carolina came out of nowhere and traded for the number 1 draft pick for this year's draft, and they traded DJ Moore. When he found out he got traded, this nigga was shocked. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all couldn't say something to me about this ahead of time? Y'all just gonna trade me? So, trust me, it has nothing to do with money, because he still got the same contract. They just traded him to a different team, and that other team picks up that contract. So, when his contract is up, now Chicago will have the option of giving him an extension, or letting him go as a free agent, or cutting him, or whatever the case. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's really what it boils down to. It wasn't about money. Exactly. You feel me? Exactly. Traded his ass like a damn Pokeball card. He ain't even know. Type shit, and it's fucked up, but at the end of the day, it's still a business. You feel me? So, you ain't got to deal with that shit. You got to accept it for what it is and deal with it. And that's what he's doing. So, he going to have to either go to Chicago and make it work, or go to Chicago and get cut, or get released, or get traded. You feel what I'm saying? Now, back to Lamar Jackson. Now, I know it was a shock for me to see Baltimore non-exclusive franchise tag him. He's going to be getting about like $32 million for the season if he plays and doesn't hold out. Or by the time the season comes around, if he ain't negotiated with other teams, because now with him having that non-exclusive franchise tag, Lamar Jackson can go and negotiate with other teams. He's looking for about $200 million or more, a little bit over $200 million, and Baltimore doesn't want to pay him that. I think they offered him like $133 million, between $133 million and like $180 million, and he turned it down. Now, with them franchise tagging him and giving him the non-exclusive franchise tag, now he can go out and negotiate with other teams. If another team goes out there and they say, okay, we're gonna give you we're gonna offer you $210 million. You know what I'm saying? If he decides to say okay, now Baltimore can sit here and match that if they want to. If they be like, okay, well, we'll match that 210 to keep you here. You know what I'm saying? Then he's going to stay in Baltimore. But if another team is going to pay him what he want and Baltimore's not willing to do that or match the offer that they're going to be offering him, then he's out. You know what I'm saying? He's out. He's going to be on a whole nother team, and it sucks. It sucks. But it is what it is. So it's like, I know the fans going to be mad as hell, but it's like, I feel like Baltimore's like, okay, he got his own agent, or he don't have no agent. He's his own agent. He's negotiating with us, and he's doing a damn good job. He knows what he's worth, and he knows what he wants. But it's all about negotiating. So they're sitting down at the table like, what's up? I want this, that, and the third. Are y'all going to give it to me? And if they're not going to give it to him, then he's going to go and look at another team who's going to offer him what he wants. And how could you not want Lamar Jackson? One of the youngest MVPs ever. At just 23 years old, this man won the MVP, the league MVP. So, if I understand he hasn't finished the last 2 seasons, understand that, injuries and all that shit. But still, at the end of the day, he is a playmaker. He's a game changer, and he is a majority of Baltimore's offense. So if the Baltimore organization feels like they want to move on, then they're going to let him go ahead and negotiate with other people and then eventually sign with other people. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it boils down to. But I just can't believe they franchise tagged him, and with the non-exclusive. You know what I'm saying? I think they did the non-exclusive because they didn't want him to hold out and sit out for the year. You know what I'm saying? And not play at all. So I think that's mainly why they gave him the non-exclusive. Let him go out there and see if the grass is greener on the other side, and if that team that's offering him a deal, Baltimore feels like matching, they'll match to keep him. If not, he's out of there. You know what I'm saying? He's out of there. And that's just what it boils down to. You feel me? That's just what it boils down to at the end of the day. So that's all you can expect. You know what I mean? Now, the New York Giants. Speaking of franchise tags and signings, the New York Giants sat here and gave Daniel Jones' ass, what was it? They re-signed Daniel Jones to a 4-year extension, $160 million. $82 million in guaranteed money over the next 2 years. What? Daniel Jones? Really? Exactly. That's how, you know what I mean? That's how the negotiation goes. But Daniel Jones, though, New York, come on now. You franchise tag fucking Saquon, which I understand, which I do. Now, just understand from this point of view. Running backs don't have long-ass careers in the NFL. So, instead of sitting here giving Saquon some huge extension, and he ends up getting hurt and ends up having to retire before those years are up, now they done sat here and paid this man, wasted all this fucking money. But to pay Daniel Jones $160 million, I feel like Stephen A&M. The Giants organization believes in Brian Daboll, the coach. They believe in the coach. That's why they gave Daniel Jones all that money. Because we all know this man threw 15 touchdowns this season. 15. And there's 17 games in a season. You ain't even throw a touchdown a game. Yeah, you won a playoff game. But when your coach sets you up for success and puts all the weapons around you and puts all the schemes together that sets you up for success, you have no choice but to be good. But to only get 15 touchdown passes, That means you was turning around running that ball. Turning around handing that thing off. You feel what I'm saying? It was turning around handing that thing the fuck off. Period. So, I mean, I get it. But to franchise tag Saquon and not give him at least like a 2-year, 3-year extension with like 20-something mil, then give Daniel Jones like, I don't know, 130 million, 120. You know what I'm saying? Give his ass like 50,000 guaranteed, 25 million this year, or 50. I said 50,000, like 50 million guaranteed, 52 million. You know what I'm saying? 25 the first year, 25 this year, 27 the next year. You know what I'm saying? And see what happens. See if he continues to build off this success he had this year, and see if he's an ascending quarterback. Because if he's not, then there's no point. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, y'all wasting money. But only time will tell. You feel what I'm saying? Only time will fucking tell. And that's just how they do things in New York. The Jets are still trying to get Aaron Rodgers too. Speaking of New York teams, the New York Jets are still trying to get Aaron Rodgers. They went and met with him. They went down to California and met with him. And they're very, very positive that it went good. And they feel that Aaron Rodgers may be coming to New York. So, if that happens, don't get me wrong, the Jets are instant contenders. Super Bowl contenders. No bullshit. The Jets are instant Super Bowl contenders. Period. Because you got to imagine, Garrett Wilson, young quarterback or young wide receiver, Elijah Moore's coming back. They got the offensive line. They got the young rowdy defense that's ready. Ready. You know what I'm saying? All they need is a quarterback. They got all the weapons. They got the defense, the offensive line. Shit, the offense. They just need a quarterback to lead that offense. And if they get Aaron Rodgers, the Jets are Super Bowl contenders instantly. Period. That's all I can say. That's all I can say about that shit. Because I'm not going to talk about Aaron Rodgers for a long time. I'm tired of hearing about him. I'm tired. Coming out of dark caves and shit. And you needing to go to retreats and all this. Nigga, you're a drama queen. Period. You are a drama queen. Fuck a drama king. You are a drama queen, bruh. As good as you are at football, you are times 10 better at fucking being a drama queen. Because that motherfucker got, man, he always want to be in the headlines. He always want to be talked about. And it's like, come on, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bruh. Okay. We know you're a bad man. You are a bad man. We get that. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Whatever. But to want to be in the headlines constantly, like, kick rocks, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, kick rocks. I mean, if there's anything, listen, chat, if in any other chats, if there's anything y'all want to ask, go ahead. Also, I'm going to start doing some fan mail. I'm going to start doing a segment of fan mail. So go to my Twitter and ask me anything as regarding, football. And we can bring it up and discuss it on the show. So I'm going to be starting the fan mail thing. Just hit me up on Twitter. Go ahead and leave me exactly. He's a fucking attention whore, bro. But, yeah, if you want to have your questions answered live on the show, I'm going to start doing the fan mail. And you just send in your questions, and we'll go ahead and answer them live on the show. You know what I'm saying? So just hit my Twitter up and either tweet it on my page or send me a direct message, and we can go from there. And we'll get it popping. When I at least got 4 or 5 questions, that we can go ahead and ask on the show, then I'll start doing it. You know what I mean? Once I got a good amount. You feel me? Now, on the other news, like I said, Daniel Jones 4-year extension, $160 million. 82 guaranteed over the next 2 years. Saquon Barkley gets hit with the franchise tag, and I think it was an exclusive. He gets $10 million for the next season, and he can't go and negotiate with anybody. So that's the New York Jets for you, or the Giants, excuse me. Now, all you Seattle Seahawks fans out there, if you don't know already, your boy Geno Smith just got a 3-year extension, $75 million, $27.3 million guaranteed. And the way he played last year, I swear he should have got that Daniel Jones money. But the Seahawks are smart. They want to see him do it again and again. And if he does, okay. You know what I'm saying? If he does, great. Because then when they go to extend his contract again, he's going to get even more money. So, as long as Geno Smith keep playing the way he's playing, but everything he got in Seattle, as far as offensive weapons and a good defense, and Pete Carroll is the head coach, I mean, you can't go wrong. You feel what I'm saying? You can't go wrong. So, like I said, that's a plus for you Seattle Seahawks fans. Definitely. It's definitely a plus for you Seattle Seahawks fans. You know what I'm saying? You get your boy Geno back. Going ham yet last year. You know what I mean? This past season went crazy. Went fucking absolutely nuts this season. And this past season. And you got to give it to him. You know what I mean? You got to fucking give it to him because he did his thing. He really did his thing. To all you Saints fans, y'all know about the big deal with Derek Carr signing with the fucking Saints, boy. Who that? Derek Carr. Who that? He signed with them Who Dat boys for 4 years, $150 million and $60 million guaranteed. Sheesh. Now y'all know how bad Derek Carr's season was last year. 14 interceptions. Whew. Tied with Dak. The most interceptions in the season. Fuck. But you can't put all the blame on Derek Carr about what happened with the Raiders over the last season or two. With everything happening with Henry Ruggs, everything happening with John Gruden, the whole interim coach thing, then going to the playoffs, losing with an interim coach, then getting a new head coach in I forget his name. That's how unimportant he is to me. But yeah, just to have to go through the coaching changes and just everything that organization has dealt with over the last couple of years, you can't put it all on. You can't put it right. Give me $60 fucking million. I'm good, but you can't put it all on Derek Carr. You know what I mean? He's got a big arm. He just needs to work on his accuracy a little bit more. I feel he's got a big arm. He needs to work on his footwork and moving in and out of the pocket and extending plays and just making better decisions. You know what I'm saying? And if he does that in Seattle or in New Orleans with the Saints, then he can resurrect his career and get some playoff wins. You know what I'm saying? And actually do something in the NFC. So, I mean, because there's not a lot of big-time NFC quarterbacks right now. You got Jalen Hurts, Aaron Rodgers, Dak. You know what I'm saying? As far as big-time quarterbacks taking their team places. I mean, don't get me wrong, Aaron Rodgers ain't made the playoffs, and I believe the last 2 seasons as well. But still, he's still Aaron Rodgers. Got to give him credit where credit's due, period. But Derek Carr has an opportunity to resurrect his career, get some playoff wins under his belt, possibly make a push at an NFC Championship game or even the Super Bowl, just depending on how the offense and the defense click and work. And we see how it goes. You know what I mean? Everybody's anticipating what's going to happen this season with him. So only time will tell. You know, we just got to wait and see. We got to see how well he meshes with the team. And it's a good thing that he's getting on that team before the start of next season type of thing. You know what I mean? Because he gets the time to mesh, learn the playbook, work out with his receivers, work out with his running back and his linemen, the whole nine. You know what I mean? So he gets to really get to know his guys and get comfortable in his new home, I should say. Oh yeah, most definitely. There's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes, but you know, at the end of the day, when that shit comes to light and it hurts your organization, that organization has to bounce back. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst part. They have to bounce back, and it's like, shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a rebuilding process without rebuilding all the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, bro. It's crazy as hell. Brandon, who stayed with? I think this was the Texans. Let me double check, make sure I got my facts yet. Nope, the Eagles re-signed defensive end Brandon Graham to a 1-year, $6 million deal to keep that defense good, keep that defense beefed up there on that defensive line. You know, so all you Eagles fans, Brandon Graham is staying. Got another year, $6 million contract. So you know he's gonna be in there doing his thing. And then Robert Woods, former wide receiver with the Los Angeles Rams, just signed a 2-year deal with the Texans for $15.25 million with $10 million of it guaranteed. So he's getting majority of his damn contract. You feel me? Guaranteed money. So that's a good sign for the Texans. They need a lot of help in this draft. I believe they have the number 2 and the number 12 pick. Pardon me, Carolina Panthers don't. Pardon me, I forgive me for that one. I misread. It's the Texans who have the 2nd and 12, number 2 and number 12 pick of the draft this season. So picking up another receiver for Brandon Cooks. They're getting Michi the third back as well next season because he missed his whole rookie season with injury. So getting him back, as well as Brandon Cooks and now Robert Woods. I mean, it's looking pretty good for Houston to create something. They just need a quarterback. You know what I mean? So at number 2, they could mess around and get C.J. Stroud. So, or Wes Levy. Hey, Anthony Richards had the best combine out of all the quarterbacks. So, now let me see. I'm about to see what other picks the Panthers have in the first round. They got number 1, number 9, number 61. And those number 9 and number 61 was from the Bears. So you gotta imagine. You know what I'm saying? You gotta imagine. It's gonna be a good draft this year. It's definitely gonna be a good draft this year. There's a lot of blockbuster shit happening already with the franchise tags. Tony Pollard also got franchise tagged with the Cowboys. Let's go Cowboys. You already know. Also, boy, Dak Prescott and Zach Martin of the Dallas Cowboys restructured their contracts. And that actually freed up $30 million in cap space for us Dallas Cowboys. So, hey, Cowboy fans out there, all you fellow Cowboy fans out there, we got some work. We got some space. We got a little bit to work with now. We got $30 million in cap space. So, let's try and go out there and get D-Hop. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to go get D-Hop. Get his ass up on the Cowboys. Get CD some help. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what's going down in the NFL right now, man. And like I said, it's a lot of breaking news for a lot of different teams, a lot of different fans who haven't been keeping up on it. So glad I could be here to help you out. You know what I'm saying? But any breaking news we have, any live or anything that is coming out throughout the week, I'll try and report it and I'll start posting it on my Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that, and my socials, just so I can keep, the fans on notice of everything. I appreciate you guys being here and rocking with me. You know what I mean? Y'all are my fans, so this is what I'm doing this for. I love podcasting. I really love this. I'm really gonna be getting into this a lot more. So I'll be here next week with another episode of the Gridiron. Though, believe that, and it'll be weekly from now on. So I won't miss a week. Now, enough NFL talk. It's XFL time, baby. Let's ball out. XFL time. And right now, oh my goodness. Let's get y'all some of these top headlines and topics from the XFL. You feel me? Currently, the Roughnecks from Houston and the Guardians of Orlando are playing, and shoosh. Houston's been dominated since they've been dominating since the start of the game. I got the game on the TV in the back right now. You can probably see it behind me. But yeah, Houston right now is dominating the hell out of the Orlando Guardians. Brandon Silvers, he's thrown one touchdown. He's 13 for 16 with 76 yards already. Paxton Lynch for Orlando has not done a bad job. He's 4 or 5 for 54 yards, but they're just not producing no offense. You know what I mean? He's been getting sacked. He just got sacked. Literally. Burnett's got 62 yards off of 3 receptions and a touchdown for Houston. Cody Lattimore's got 2 receptions and 40 yards for Orlando. I mean, it's just been a bad game so far. Houston scored off a double pass already. So it's just been a bad game for Orlando. They're not gelling. They got 3 points. I'm tripping. So, it's just been a not good game for Houston today. You know what I mean? So I just feel bad for them boys. Or not Houston, excuse me, Orlando. Paxton Lynch. I just don't think Paxton Lynch is the answer for Orlando. But last week, I believe in week 2 or week 3. I believe it might have been week 2 or week 2. Maybe week 2, week 3, one of them. The backup quarterback for Orlando got caught giving out the plays to the other team. Like, you idiot, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. Like, it's the fucking opposing team. Like, no, don't get me wrong. The hub for the XFL is in Arlington, right? But all the teams play at their own home field. They just don't have their practice field and shit in their hometown stadiums or their home cities or whatever. And every week these teams are practicing around each other. You know what I mean? Scheduling practices around each other the whole nine at the hub, though. And it's like, okay, dude, you're an idiot if you thought that somebody wasn't going to tell on your stupid ass for giving the plays away to the opposing team. And then they cut him and then re-signed him. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. They cut his dumb ass and then re-signed him. I'm like, bruh. Why would you be giving away the plays in the fucking first place? What are you doing? Do you want to go play for them? Would you rather just go play for them? You betting? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you fucking doing? That's just something I can't fathom from another player. You know what I mean? For my teammate. You know what I mean? For my teammate to do something like that, like, bruh, come on, dude. You're a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? And for them to re-sign his ass back, I'm like, man, y'all must be desperate for a goddamn quarterback, because his ass would have been fucking jobless. Nigga, what? On everything. His ass would have been jobless, bruh. I don't give a fuck. And Terrell Buckley ass should have fired his ass. Should have let his ass go and kicked him off the team and got another quarterback. Because I already know from the XFL combines, there was plenty of quarterbacks who didn't make the cut, but were good enough. They just didn't make the cut. So I think it's about time they go and get him another quarterback, because Paxton Lynch ain't the answer. Just like he wasn't the answer. Yeah, he's yo, you stupid. It's Madden though. It's not even 2K. 2K don't make football. It's Madden. EA Sports. But yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just like you'll want to try and get back into the NFL. Because if you do a stupid ass shit like this in the XFL, you think anybody's gonna trust you to be in the NFL? You know what I'm saying? Like, you really think anybody's gonna trust you to be in the NFL? You feel what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell folks, bro. But week 2, there was a lot of good games, and I have to say that after the games, after the games of week 2, it was like, okay, now we're starting to mesh. You see the team starting to mesh. You see the team starting to work better together, and they're doing their shit. You know what I'm saying? So we've been having a lot better games. Now last week, man, listen, when I tell you DC Defenders got the best fucking fans in the XFL, bro. The DC Defenders have the best fucking fans in the XFL, bro. He want to do something. But yeah, you know what I mean? Because, bro, that beer snake is epic. Like I said, in week 1, when DC was down to Seattle Sea Dragons, they were down. Like the 4th quarter. Bruh. They took the beer snake away from the fans. These motherfuckers start throwing lemons on the field. They had to stop the game, y'all. Like, hold on, pause. Pick these lemons up. Yo, calm down. Give him the beer snake back. You know what I'm saying? It was like, give him the beer snake back. Real shit. Give him the fucking beer snake, because, bruh, what the hell's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is going on? They're throwing fucking lemons on the field. Yeah, we got to stop this madness. But now, they said, fuck it. They going to make the beer snake regardless. So, now they don't even say shit to the fans. So, when it comes to, like, the best fans in the league, I got to give it to DC and their fans, man. Their fans are the fucking truth. Their fans are the fucking truth, man. And, I can't wait. I wish I could have went to the game this weekend. Tomorrow's the Vipers versus DC. I wish I could have made it to DC for the game, but I'm not traveling all the way out there for that. But I will more than likely be at the next home game for Vegas, and I will try to go live from the game, like directly from the game, y'all. You feel me? So. Nah, for real though. I'm actually gonna try to go live from the game. I just wasn't able to make it last week. They had a home game last week. I just wasn't able to make it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, my bad, y'all. But I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. But yeah, man, the XFL's been doing pretty good this season. Yeah, last week there was a lot of good games as well. Um, AJ McCarron, I think AJ McCarron and Ben DiNucci right now are leading the league as far as the MVP race is concerned. But you also got Ja'Cory Pearson, Josh Gordon, top wide receivers for Seattle. Ben DiNucci's 2 targets, well, 2 biggest targets. You know what I mean? You got Aitman and AJ McCarron with Hakeem Butler over there in St. Louis. You know, there's some good wide receiver quarterback tandems in the XFL. I can't even lie. For a spring football league with players who didn't make it to the NFL, there's a lot of talent out there. So it's been fun to watch and entertaining to watch as well. You know what I mean? There was, like I said, there was a lot of good games last week, and I was just excited for them because it's just been every week. It's just been getting better and better and better. You know, the teams are getting better. They're gelling with each other. They're playing better football. You know what I'm saying? And we're seeing a lot of good action out there, and I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm actually trying to hopefully become part of the XFL broadcast team. You know what I mean? Whether it's sideline reporting or, you know, going live from my channel while the game is live, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do some shit like that, man. I'm trying to really get in with the XFL and do it big. So that's why I cover the XFL as well, because I like the XFL. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I fuck with the XFL. The XFL is a league that I've been fucking with since Vince McMahon started back in 2001. You know what I'm saying? When it was corny as hell. When it felt like it was more about the entertainment part than football, you know. So that reboot in 2020, oh, that was lit. That reboot was the truth. And 5 games in, we seen it. It was all good games. It was good football. Players from the XFL in the 2020 season got drafted to the NFL. PJ Walker, Taylor Heineken, a few others. You understand what I'm saying? So when Danny Garcia and The Rock, you know what I mean, when they said fuck it, we gonna buy the XFL when it went bankrupt in 2020 because of the pandemic, it was probably the best decision they could have made for spring football. You know what I'm saying? And now we're getting 2 spring football leagues, because we got the USFL as well. And last season was successful for the USFL, and they did a pretty good championship game as well, and they're going to go for a second season and see how successful it is. And like I said in the first show, the XFL was in talks with merging with the CFL, the Canadian Football League. And if they would have merged, there would have been so many teams. You know what I'm saying? There would have been so many teams. And there would have been a lot more games, a longer season, the whole 9. But the CFL isn't ready. You know what I mean? It's still positive talks, but they're just not ready. So, cool. You know what I mean? The IFL, the Indoor Football League, is actually contracted with the XFL now as their minor league. So we're going to be seeing players that we probably ain't even heard of in a long time or never heard of before. You know what I'm saying? Popping up in the XFL. So just be on the lookout for that, man. If you're a real football fan and you like football, you're going to watch it. Period. Like I said, there's good games on right now. Really good games on right now. So I just advise you to watch it. You feel me? This week, or matter of fact, let's go to these stats. Let me read y'all these stats off, because when I tell you it's been a good season so far, it's been a good season so far. Now, leading in the standings right now, leading the XFL North, you got the DC Defenders at 3-0, St. Louis Battlehawks at 2-1. You have the Seattle Sea Dragon at 1-2, and my Vegas Vipers at 0-3. But we had some quarterback troubles. Luis Perez wasn't doing his job. Now Brett Hundley's in there, so He's doing a hell of a lot better. He's mobile. He's got an arm. He's doing his thing out there. We're gonna get our first win this week, and it might be against. We're gonna get our first win against these DC boys. Watch what I tell you. Now in the XFL South, you got the juggernauts, them Houston Roughnecks, #1 offense in the damn league. And you got Arlington at 2-1, San Antonio at 1-2, and then you got the Orlando Guardians at 0-3. And San Antonio looks like they're going to be a competitive team throughout the rest of the season, so be on the lookout for that as well. We'll see. CBD don't really get you high. CBD relaxes you. It relaxes your muscles. So, yeah, that's what the current division standings are in the North and the South. Now, when we go to these stats, like I said, we got some high-powered offenses in this league. You got Seattle and Houston leading the league in passing yards. You know what I'm saying? At 1 and 2, and DiNucci's just been going crazy every fucking game. They haven't really established a run game, so with them not really establishing a run game, he's been having to chuck the ball 30 and 40 times, 50 times, sometimes 50 times a game. So it hasn't been really helpful for him, but it has, because his yards is up there. But it hasn't been helpful for that team. It hasn't been helpful for that offense. It hasn't been helpful for the defense because the defense constantly on the field. You know what I'm saying? And I believe they're leading the league in turnover. Shit. So it's like, dude, get it the fuck together. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, like I said, right now, Ben DiNucci's leading the league with 855 passing yards. Brandon Silver's right behind him with 830. He's going to pass him after the day. But then we don't know what's going to happen. Shit, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow when DiNucci plays. So we don't know how that offense is going to look as far as chucking the damn ball. And then you got the leading rusher right now is Seattle's running back, Ellis. And the crazy thing is, he ain't been doing shit. That's the crazy thing. He hasn't really been doing shit. Yeah, I know what you mean. Hey, I know what you mean, bro. Come on, man. What's going on? This damn thing acting goofy. I'm trying to get my tablet to work right, y'all. My bad. But yeah. Like I said. Wrong stat. My bad. Seattle's running game hasn't been super crazy, but, I mean, they are leading the league. Wait, hold on. Yeah, they're leading the league. Ellison is leading the league in rushing with 170 yards. Averaging 5.7 yards a carry. You know what I mean? But he ain't got no touchdowns. Now, when it comes to touchdowns, Max Borghi, the running back for Houston Roughnecks, has 2 rushing touchdowns with 143 yards. He's literally right behind him. He's in third right now. So, you know, the running game is getting established on certain teams, and we're seeing it. Some offensive lines that still need to mesh and gel a little bit better for us to see some more efficient running and constant running game, you know, and big time run games in these games for the league. So we just need to see these offensive line get their shit together. I'm going to keep it 100. That's all we really need to see. And we'll start seeing a lot more. Now in receiving, Ja'Cory Pearson right now leads the league in receiving yards with 272. He's Seattle Sea Dragons' top receiver right now. And on the opposite side of him is fucking former All-Pro wide receiver from Cleveland Browns, Josh Gordon. So you got to imagine what they're doing over there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of top receivers in this league as far as the XFL goes. You know what I'm saying? As far as the summer league goes. So it's just a matter of everybody, like I said, the offensive line's gelling and meshing a lot better, and the offensive's getting their plays down, running these routes right as far as receivers go. Offensive line getting pushes against the defense to get a run game going and a run game established in these games. So it's just a lot we're going to have to see continues to develop throughout the season. It's a 10-game season, and you got the playoffs. You know what I mean? So, like I said, this is why I feel we're going to need more teams added, because we'll get longer seasons, more games, you know what I mean, more talent, unseen talent that's trying to get to the NFL, things like that, you know, the whole nine. So, like I said, it's just a matter of the teams elevating and just making this league successful this season, because it's all up to them. It's all up to these players and how they play and how well they put on a performance for these audiences and for these owners and for us viewers at home. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I have a lot of faith in the XFL this season, because so far they've been doing a damn good job. So it's just a matter of exactly. And that's why I think a lot of NFL players end up getting less playing time, getting cut, released, traded, the whole nine, because they go to a team or they're on a team and let's say they've been on that team for a minute. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers still will eventually be like, I don't want to be on this team no more, and they'll stop playing like they was before. They'll stop putting in that same effort. You know what I mean? And that's what sucks, you know? But it is what it is. If you're not putting pieces on your team that's going to help your team be competitive and be contenders, players become stagnant with it. They're like, man, I don't even want to play for this team no more. Why am I going to sit here and give 100% every game? We ain't got the pieces. We don't have the offense or the defense, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to. So these owners and these general managers need to start doing a better job of how they're constructing what they're doing with their teams and shit. How they're constructing these rosters, how they're putting things in place for their team to be successful. It's not all about the players. You know what I mean? It's not always about the players and what they're getting paid and things like that. You got a lot of players that'll take a pay cut just so they can get more pieces on the team to win a Super Bowl or try to win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be the same way in the XFL and the USFL. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking forward to spring football. Now, today we have, like I said, we have the Houston Roughnecks and the Orlando Guardians, which is going on right now. They're in the second quarter, I believe, going into the third. They're at halftime, actually. Then next tonight we got San Antonio and Seattle. So that's gonna be that's gonna be a barn burner up in Seattle tonight, boy. But that's the thing, though. It's not so much that. It's the fact that you got players that's been on the team for 4, 5, 6 years, and they've had losing season after losing season after losing season, and these players are busting their ass, getting yards, breaking records, whatever the case, doing everything in their power to help their team win. And you're not putting more pieces on that team to make that team even more successful or just successful. Yeah, you're going to have two players that are like, man, this is getting old. I want to go somewhere else where this GM and these owners are trying to put together a winning team. You know what I'm saying? Not sit here and get losing seasons 3-4 years in a row and get number one draft and try to get the number one draft pick and shit like that. Like, no. It's corny. But yeah, we got San Antonio and Seattle. We got Jack Cohn, starting quarterback for San Antonio. He's been doing pretty good this season. Even though they're 1-2, he's still been doing pretty good this season. He's going up against Ben DiNucci, Gucci DiNucci, Josh Gordon, and Ellison, as well as Ja'Cory Pearson. That tough, high-powered offense of Seattle Sea Dragons. Even though they're 1-2, they have a high-powered offense. It's just a matter of the turnovers. That's what's been killing them. The turnovers and their defense not playing up to their full potential, in my opinion. It is. It definitely is. You ain't gonna ever lie about that. And then tomorrow we got another doubleheader of XFL football with the Arlington Renegades taking on AJ McCarron, buh. AJ McCarron. Three-time national champion with Alabama. Won one in 2010 off the bench, well, on the bench. Then led them to two back-to-back in 2012 and 2013. That boy's a beast. Him, Hakeem Butler, and 8 men are about to go crazy up against that tough Arlington Renegades defense, man. It's going to be a good game. It's definitely going to be a good game. AJ McCarron has been playing his ass off. Can't even lie. He's had 2 fourth-quarter comebacks already this season. They had a tough one last week. They lost last week, but they're 2-1. They're second in the South, and they're doing their thing. You know what I mean? So they got a pretty good squad over there on offense and on defense. So it's just a matter of, like I said, teams meshing and gelling together more and really doing it. And then tomorrow, primetime football, Sunday night spring football. How does that sound still? Sunday night football, y'all. We still got Sunday night football, baby. You feel me? Now we just got Saturday pro football and Sunday football and sometimes Thursday or even Friday. So, man, that's why I love the XFL. Okay. So, you feel me? Like, hey, we got football. But tomorrow's prime time Sunday night football game for the XFL live on ESPN2. Both games are on ESPN2. It's a doubleheader. It's the Vegas Vipers, Fang Gang, you feel me, versus them DC Defenders. Bring on the beer snake. You feel me? Bring on the motherfucking beer snake, baby, because the Vipers coming. The Vipers coming, and we about to come bite that ass. We didn't do that damn good. And the first game against DC, I can't even lie, man. Vegas played their ass off. We started the game hot. It was just the weather. The weather in the field. The field was fucked up. And I ain't gonna lie, that's really what cost us the game. Totally. The rain and the fucking field, dog. Look, Houston got a 16-point lead going into the half. Hoo-wee. And one thing I do like about the XFL is their after touchdown conversion rule. They got the 1-point conversion from the 2, the 2-point conversion from the 5, and the 3-point conversion from the 10-yard line. Instead of doing the kick point after try, they actually get to run a play for their point after try. So, like I said, it's a 1-point from the 2, a 2-pointer from the 5, and a 3-pointer from the motherfucking 10. And then their kickoff rules is dope as hell because you got the players line up 5 yards away from each other. The kickers lined up 20 yards back, and the returner's back. When the returner catches the ball, that's when the players who are lined up, the players defending and trying to attack are able to move. They have to wait till the returner catches the ball, and then they can move. Yes, sir. No, power slap tonight. Power slap tonight, bro. Actually, to be honest with you, the championship is tonight on the Rumble. You got to watch it on the Rumble app. And I believe it's free. The Power Slap, Dana White's Power Slap League championships are tonight on Rumble. Yes, sir. So, definitely check that thing out. You feel me? Download the Rumble app to watch it. But, yeah, man. It's going down. The XFL is going to be successful this season. I don't care what nobody says. XFL is going to be very, very successful this season. You feel what I'm saying? And with this year's success comes yet next year's expansion, and we're able to do more things for the summer for the league, because Dwayne and Danny are already talking about expansion teams already, adding more teams. So they're already trying to do it. And this is why I bring up the USFL and why I'll be talking about the USFL as well, because the USFL is going to be starting in April. Season 2 of the USFL will be the comeback season of the USFL is going to be starting in April. So I'm ready for that too. And exactly, bro. It's good. It's real football. It's not a scripted bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing I like about the XFL and I don't know if the USFL is scripted. I gotta really pay attention this season, which I will be doing. I'm not gonna miss not one game. I'm not gonna miss one game at all. I'm gonna be on it. I've already got everything set up. So I don't miss a notification about a game. But that's the one thing I know about the XFL, and one thing I know about The Rock and Danny. They want real natural football. Period. We're going to let these boys go out here and actually play, because they're playing for something. They're playing for a second chance, regardless whether they were in the NFL and got kicked out or they were in college and didn't get drafted. You know what I'm saying? They're playing for something. They're playing for that second chance. And that's why I feel like this is real football again. And this is what we need. That's why I'm so adamant about the USFL and the XFL merging. That's why I'm trying to be an advocate for that, because I feel if you take those 8 teams in the USFL and add them to the 8 teams we got in the XFL, minus the Houston Gamblers team that they have in the USFL, I feel that they should get moved to like Miami or just another city. But south, you know what I mean? So we don't have all these Northeast teams, and you know what I'm saying? But I feel like we should have some more expansion teams as far as in different areas. You know what I mean? I don't mind having 2 Florida teams, Orlando and Miami. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And then we add 16 more teams where you're going from, let's get a Portland team. Fuck it. Why not? Get some Cali teams. You know what I'm saying? Get a fucking Arizona team. You know what I mean? Get some teams around, because now the USFL has a Memphis team, so Tennessee's already taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So we need to get some more teams. That's all I'm saying. We need to get some more teams, and if they can expand the USFL, or merge the USFL with the XFL and give us those 16 teams, see how the season goes with those 16 teams, and then go and expand off and get 16 more teams. Now, like I said, you got a hell of a lot more players getting second chances. You got a hell of a lot more players getting another opportunity. They didn't get drafted in the NFL. Now they can get drafted in the new and improved XFL. And like I said, with Fox owning the USFL, if the USFL were to give that merging the broadcast merge as well, now you got XFL on Fox, ESPN, ABC, and FX. And when we start getting more teams, that's why I say if we get more teams, we can get games on ABC. You know what I'm saying? And ESPN, ESPN2. You feel what I'm saying? FX, Fox, Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2. You feel what I'm saying? Now we flooding the fucking market with summer football. You feel what I'm saying? And it's professional football. No matter how you want to look at it. Period. It's just summer pro football. Spring and summer pro football. And then you got the winter fucking football, which is the NFL. And then now, boom. If you got a 32-team XFL, Summer Spring Football League, and then you got a 32-team NFL Winter League, this is how you do the development contract. Don't allow NFL teams to own any XFL team. What you do is you associate them with each other. So, boom, you take one team from, let's just say they bring back another Chicago team in the XFL, because the XFL originally had the Chicago Enforcers. So let's just say they bring back the Chicago Enforcers, right? And they give an association deal or whatever you would call it with the Chicago Bears. So now, boom, any players that ain't making the cut on the Chicago Bears can get put on a motherfucking contract with the Chicago Enforcers. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I said they need to bring back some of them old teams from the XFL, just some of the names. You know what I'm saying? Some of the names and some of the teams from the old XFL teams. You feel what I'm saying? And then however many is needed, you know what I mean? Let's just say there's 4 to 6 teams that they can add that have old names in other cities. Bring those teams back. Boom. Now you got, what is that? 12 teams? No, 14 teams? You know what I'm saying? But you add 2 more teams if need be. If there's only 6 teams, you know what I'm saying? Then you add 2 more teams. Boom. Now you got 16 teams by yourself. You feel what I'm saying? And with those 16 teams, now the USFL is going to be looking like, okay, they got 16 teams over there. They're going to have a long season. That's going to go into our season. You feel what I'm saying? And now people are going to be watching more of the XFL than the USFL. So that's going to leave the USFL in a little pickle like, damn, we might as well go ahead and merge with them and get all our players and teams the same amount of exposure. And then with the XFL, all their teams have a home field. The USFL don't. They just added 3 more fields for this season. But last season, they were just playing at one field. And then they played the championship game at the Hall of Fame field in Canton, Ohio. But now they added Ford Field. They added a field in Memphis. And then they added a field in no, they added the Canton, Ohio field, the Hall of Fame field, as a home field for 2 teams. The Ford Field is a home field for 2 teams. The Birmingham, Alabama original hub field, where all the teams played last year, is now a home field for 2 different teams. And then the Memphis home field that they got, the stadium, is now a home field for 2 teams. So still in all, in the USFL, 2 teams are sharing a home field. Not everybody has their own home field. So that still doesn't give all the fans the ability to be able to go to all the home games and cheer on their team. They got to still sit at home or make a traveling trip to that destination. You feel what I'm saying? Which is stupid. It's fucked up. They shouldn't have to do that. You're Fox. You got plenty of fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Or Fox Sports, excuse me. You're Fox Sports. You have plenty of money. You know what I'm saying? You got your own goddamn sports channels. So, you got money to do it. You started a football league. The shit was successful. So why wouldn't you give these teams their own home field? The XFL did it. And they've been doing it since they started. You feel me? Like, I ain't even gonna lie. If I had the money to right now, I'd invest in the XFL. I'd invest in probably the Vegas Vipers team. Go build them, go and put money into building them their own stadium. That'll fit maybe 25, 30,000 people until the team gets bigger. Then we expand the stadium. You know what I mean? Add more seating or whatever. Reconstruct that bitch. Or whatever is needed. You know what I'm saying? Or I would go buy Cashman Field and have them turn that motherfucker into a 40, 50,000 seat outdoor stadium. Strictly for football. Redo the entire field. They are greedy, bro. But it's Fox Sports. It's not the TV, like, it's not the Fox for movies and shit like that's with Disney and Marvel and shit. It's not that Fox. It's just Fox Sports. And it's like, y'all motherfuckers got a whole, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're associated, but it's the Fox Sports side that's being greedy and not wanting to go out and put the money into giving each team their own home field. It's like, come on, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So that's why I'm high on the USFL just merging with the XFL, because that's just what they need to do. It'll be better for summer football, summer and spring football, or spring and summer football. It'll be way better. You know what I mean? It'll give us a lot more football to watch. You know what I mean? Football's the number one sport in America, and people love it. It used to be baseball, but baseball is fucking boring. They're trying to switch. They're trying to switch it up now and speed it up now, but baseball's fucking boring. Sorry, you feel what I'm saying? Like baseball's fucking boring. It is what it is. So at the end of the day, it's like they got to do something, or the sport's gonna die out. Period. But back to what we talk about here, football. It will be way more cost efficient for them to merge with the XFL, and they expand everything. Period. I'm about to pull up the USFL draft actually, so we can talk about the draft. Because there's some key college players that were drafted by the USFL. Can't even lie. And I'm gonna really more so just talk about the key players who were drafted. Because more so, that's really what matters right now with the USFL. Not a bunch of big college name kids came out of, you know what I mean? There were some. There were some. I can't even lie. You know what I mean? But the biggest name in the USFL draft was the New Jersey Generals. They drafted former Nebraska college quarterback who transferred to Kansas State before his college career ended. He got drafted to the New Jersey Generals, and I think that's the biggest name so far in that whole college draft for the USFL. He's gonna do a hell of a job for New Jersey. You know what I mean? But like I said, there's a lot of different players like DJ Ivy from Miami. Who else? JJ Holloman from Tennessee State. Don't get me wrong, it's Tennessee State, but that's a big name from that division of college football. You know, the FCS. There's a few, like I said, there's a few key players that like Darius Davis from TCU. He went to the Birmingham Stallions, defending champions in the USFL. So, you know, like I said, there's some big names that actually went, like DJ Scafey from Miami, the offensive lineman from Miami. Scott Matlock from Boise State, the defensive tackle. He even went to the Houston Gamblers. You know what I mean? And Scafey Jr. went to the Michigan Panthers because the Michigan Panthers need help. You know what I'm saying? They were probably the worst team last year. So, them and the new Memphis team, they were an old team last year. They were an old name last year. But, you know, it's just... Those were the big names. Like, you just got to go back and look through the draft. You know what I mean? Michigan State's offensive tackle, Jared Horst, he went number 1 overall to Michigan. You know what I mean? So, like I said, there's some big names that really stood out in that USFL college draft. So, be on the lookout for the USFL to have another successful season like they did last year. You know what I mean? So, it's just a matter of, like I said, them doing it right and them getting all their eggs in a row. You know what I mean? Because if not, they're not going to have no choice but to merge with the XFL or go bankrupt. You feel me? And if they go bankrupt, then what the XFL could do is just buy all those teams. Buy all those teams and those contracts and add those players and those teams to the XFL. That could happen as well. if the USFL is to not be successful this year and produce a good season with good numbers, good return on investment, for them to not have to worry about going into bankruptcy. But if it's a failure for them this year, I can honestly say that there's only two options they will have, and that's either merging with the XFL or going bankrupt and allowing the XFL to buy all their teams. And then, like I said, if that gets done, all the XFL got to do is just add more teams, to be honest. Because with the original XFL, they had a bunch of different teams. Like, they had the Outlaws, they had the Memphis Maniacs, they had the New York, New Jersey Hitmen. You know what I'm saying? They had a few teams that they don't have now. And they could have, like, Los Angeles had a team. I think it was the Wildcats. There was a few teams that they had that they could bring back in different cities. Boom, we done expanded now. Now we're really across the nation. You feel what I'm saying? Boom. Get a San Diego team. Get a fucking LA team. Shit, get a San Francisco team if you want. Boom, 3 teams in California. Get a Tampa Bay team. Bring a Tampa Bay team back. Bring a Miami team in. Got an Orlando team. Boom, that's 3 teams in fucking Florida. Bring back the New York Hitmen. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get the XFL teams, you got the New Jersey Guardians. Then you got the Pittsburgh team in the USFL. You got the Philadelphia team in the USFL. You feel what I'm saying? You got the Birmingham, Alabama team in the USFL. You got the Memphis Showboats. You got the Houston Gamblers. And you got the Michigan Panthers. You feel what I'm saying? So, boom, there's 8 teams in 8 different cities. You feel what I'm saying? Then you, like I said, if you just add all these teams together, boom, you can make 32 teams. Even if you have to make new teams. You know what I'm saying? Because there's 3 teams already in the XFL that are in Texas. Houston, San Antonio, and Arlington. Boom. You don't need no more. You feel what I'm saying? Get you a Chicago team back. Now you got the Enforcers again. Boom. Bring the Wildcats back to LA. Boom. Get us a San Diego team. Boom. Bring us a San Francisco team. Boom. We're in there. Shit, if you want to get a football team in Portland, put a Portland team out there. Fuck it. Put a damn team, or you got a team in Seattle, so boom. Now you got that whole West Coast covered, including Vegas. You feel what I'm saying? Add an Arizona team. Bang. You feel me? It's nothing. It's easy for them to do. It's just a matter of them doing it. And then having the money to do it, of course, and being able to back it and it be successful. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel if they do that, then people are going to be more hype about it. They're going to want to watch it more. They're going to be like, oh, yo, there's a lot of teams. Now you got more fans. True. Very true. Very true. Very true. But if they merge, it's going to be like a buyout anyways. Because I feel that the XFL is going to be more structured anyway. As far as their rules changed and the excitement about their football league compared to the excitement for the USFL. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if the XFL just continues to keep growing with them being on ESPN, you know what I mean? With the XFL to continue to keep growing and getting better and getting better and better, it may be better for them to get bought out. So that way, because the XFL will be responsible for them contracts. But it's easy. The XFL will buy out them contracts and then put the players on the new contracts that are structured the way they are in the XFL. You feel what I'm saying? So either way, it will work out. It will work out either fucking way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you can add those 8 teams from New Jersey, from the USFL, move that Houston Gamblers team out of Texas, move it to like Miami, boom, probably change the name or whatever. If you wanted to, you don't have to. Now, that's 8 teams, or 16 teams, excuse me. Then, like I said, you add New York back. You bring back Chicago. You bring back LA. You give us a San Diego team. You give us a Tampa Bay team. You give us a San Francisco team. You know what I'm saying? And then you give us a fucking Portland team. That's 8. And then we get 8 more teams. You feel me? Now we got 32 fucking teams. Boom. Got a whole fucking spring and summer league. A long one. You know what I'm saying? 16 games. Give them a bye week and all that shit. Boom, boom. You win the game. You win the motherfucking game. Period. So, I just feel that that's what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, as successful as the USFL was last year, they have to back it up this year and be even more successful, or they're going to end up having to just fucking merge. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, I just feel that that's what needs to be done. You dig what I'm saying? That's what needs to be done. And if it gets done, then we're going to have a successful summer league. Spring and summer league. Period. Give me 1 second, y'all. I got to use the restroom. I will be right back. All right, y'all, my bad. I had to use the restroom. My wife was rolling me a blunt. She ain't seal it all the way. But I'm back like cooked crack. But yeah, man, I just feel like if we get a successful XFL season this season, and like I said, I'm a huge advocate for the XFL succeeding, and I'd like to be a part of the XFL staff one day. That's what I'm working towards now with doing this show. That's partly why I wanted to get into doing a sports podcast, but it was more for all sports, and I'm like, nah, I really love football, and I love talking about football. You know what I'm saying? So you guys bear with the stream. It's catching back up. Bear with the stream, y'all. Just an update for you. The Guardians is trying to make some noise and come back. That defense playing their ass off right now. Bear with the stream, guys. It's catching up. It's catching up. It's catching up. It's catching up. But yeah, the Guardians are actually trying to make a little comeback. Orlando trying to make a comeback, y'all. Definitely trying to make a little comeback. But like I said, man, I just feel like a merge would be the best thing. You know what I'm saying? And it would give the NFL a developmental league where it's just like the NBA G League. Instead, or should I say, unlike the NBA G League, though, they shouldn't allow the NFL to own any XFL teams. You know what I'm saying? At all. Don't make the league like the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Keep it the way you have it, but just have some type of agreement with the XFL and the NFL. Have some type of agreement put in place to where, like I said, any team that's in the same city, state, whatever, that the XFL has and the NFL has, true. Very true. Hit, you ain't lie about that. That's very, very true. I can't even lie. But yeah, if they were to have the NFL teams and the XFL teams that are in the same city or whatever just be associated with each other as far as developmental situations come to play. So if a team has, let's just say, a quarterback coming off from injury, you know what I'm saying, and you want to get him back in playing form. You know what I'm saying? And let's just say he ends the season with an injury, or he has a season-ending injury and he ain't able to play again until after the season. Then you allow him to go into the XFL, get on the roster. Let's just say, like I was saying, the motherfucking whatchamacallits, y'all. The I don't even know what I'm thinking about right now. Let's just say the Chicago Bears, and you bring back the Chicago Hitmen or the Chicago Enforcers, right? And a player on the Chicago Bears don't live up to the potential that they're supposed to be living up to, or they get injured or anything like that. You put their ass on the motherfucking Chicago Enforcers team in the XFL, and they play out that season. Depending on how they play in that season, gets them their spot back on the 53-man roster. If they don't, they stay their ass in the XFL until they're there. You know what I'm saying? Until they're at the point that they need to be to be on the NFL roster. Period. You know what I'm saying? If y'all agree with me, you get a 1 in the chat. Oh yeah, roll up if you got to. Light up if you don't. It's 4:20 somewhere, and it's time to smoke. Yiddy. But yeah, man, I just feel like that's a great idea. And if you agree with me, throw a 1 in the chat. Any of the chats. You know what I'm saying? Hype me up, y'all. Let's go. It's the Gridiron. Welcome to the motherfucking Gridiron, man. You feel me? The bets sports podcast show on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. I'm telling you right now. Why? Because of y'all. Y'all gonna make this show the best show when it comes to talking about football and football only. So get it popping, man. Share the word. Spread the word. Go share the stream. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know what we doing here. You know what I mean? Let everybody know how we getting down. And hey, there we go. Hit. Is there? I probably delayed in the chat. But yeah, man. Let everybody know. Share the stream. Put the word out there. Let them know I'll be doing this every week. I'm back. I'll be doing this every single week. More than likely every Saturday. And I'll try to be on in the mornings if I can. But definitely pull up when I'm live. Because we're going to be talking about the XFL every week. Every week. You know what I mean? But see, it wouldn't be up to the owners. That's the beautiful part about it, because they're not owning a team. And the owners wouldn't have a problem with it. You want to know why? Because when it comes to something like that, they can restructure the contracts. Now they can sign niggas in a different way. Now they have to go back to the collective bargaining agreement and restructure the collective bargaining agreement with the NFL Players Association. You feel what I'm saying? So it wouldn't even be up to the owners 100%, because the Players Association has 50% say in everything, especially when it comes to that collective bargaining agreement. Because if there ain't no agreement on the collective bargaining agreement on the CBA, then there's no football. The players are going to lock out, going to go on strike. We've seen it in the past. You feel what I'm saying? So we've seen it with the NBA and everything. So it happens. You mean it? And like I said, the owners ain't got no choice. Shit, Roger Goodell wants to do it. They already got a contract with the XFL for developmental purposes. That's the thing. There's already a contract in place. This season, right now, there's already a contract in place. That's why the XFL went out and got a contract in place with the IFL, the Indoor Football League, and made the Indoor Football League their minor league. You feel what I'm saying? So now you can definitely sit here and look at where they're trying to go with this new direction. Yeah, but that's the thing. Hey, Chuck with the raid. Let's go.
Welcome, Raiders. Choose your fate. Watch the show.
My boy Chuck
Or
with the
watch the
raid
show.
on Twitch.
Thank you.
How everybody doing today, man? My name is Jersey, the motherfucking king. Don't forget to say the motherfucking when you say my name. I'm a variety streamer. I am a podcaster as well. I'm actually doing a podcast show today. We talking nothing but football. Welcome to the Gridiron, live on the Jersey the King show. I am live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. What's going on, Chuck? Hey, can I get a shout out for Chuck, please? Let's go. What it do, y'all? Welcome in, Raiders. Who like football? Any of you Raiders like football? Put a 1 in the motherfucking chat. Let's get it popping. How many of y'all like football, man? Chucky Chuck with the raid. Let's get it. Let's fucking get it, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. My boy Chuck with the raid, man. I appreciate you pulling up on me, man. Thank you so much. How did the stream go? I mean, I was watching it. I have it pulled up too, but how did the stream go? How are you guys doing out there, Raiders? Welcome in. Welcome in. Like I said, I hope you like football, because we're talking football today. That's all we do here on the Gridiron. Hey, it is what it is, brother. You guys already know. Go grab you some merch from the jerseytheking.live/merch website link. Also, if you'd like to donate to the channel, There's the links in the chat, Nightbot, and all my bots will be spitting those out to you periodically. If you'd like to join the Discord, please feel free to join our Discord, the Kingdom. We are very, very strong on networking, supporting, and helping each other grow and reach their goals. You know what I mean? We're fun. I do a lot of different events. I was out for a while. Discord went kind of dead, but my riders are there, and we growing it. We getting it back up there, man. Thanks again for the raid, Chuck. I appreciate the love. Let's go, man. Hold on. Let's get some hype in this motherfucker, man. Let's get some hype in here, man. You feel me? Chucky Chuck with the raid. My man Chuck, man. Y'all go check out my man Chuck. He's a great fucking streamer, bro. He is building his own game. He said, great after I murdered people on Dead by Daylight, I switched and got my shit wrecked on Siege. I noticed you were playing Siege instead of DBD, bro. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. My man Chuck is creating his own fucking game, y'all. His own game. Everyone, welcome in Satfires89 to the Palace on Twitch. Appreciate you pulling up. Say something. How you doing today? Welcome in. But yeah, like I was saying, man, I just feel that, look, we're 420 friendly here. Just want to let everybody know, 420 friendly here. I'm alcohol friendly here. You know, we have fun in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm streaming live on Twitch as well as Facebook and YouTube. I do my podcast shows on all 3 platforms. And like I said, I just feel that letting you guys know how I get down is the best thing to do. So that's what I'm doing. I have fun. I talk my shit. I have good ass conversations, you know what I'm saying? And I try to get my chat involved with everything I'm talking about. And like I said, you guys are here. This is the Jersey the King show. This is the Gridiron, where we talk nothing but football. All the time. Like I said, nothing but football. All the time. So, just get ready. What we've been talking about today.
Roll up if you
Yes,
got
sir.
to. Light up if you don't.
What we've been talking
It's
about today is all the
4:20
things
somewhere,
that's been going
and it's
on
time
in the NFL.
to smoke.
The Lamar Jackson fucking franchise tag, non-exclusive. Oh, I know, bro. I was loving it. I was seeing that shit. All I kept hearing was screaming. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Chuck's on his killing shit today. But yeah, but we went over everything, man. Lamar Jackson's non-exclusive tag, Tony Pollard getting tagged, Dak and Zach Martin restructuring their contract, and the Cowboys freeing up $30 million in cap space. All the free agent signings that's happened. Just everything. There's a lot that's been going on in the NFL. Like I said, if you don't know, DJ Moore and 4 draft picks were traded to the Chicago Bears for the number 1 pick. So Carolina made a move yesterday that kind of shocked the world. They traded DJ Moore and 4 draft picks to the Chicago Bears for the number 1 pick. So they're trying to make a splash and do something with that number 1 pick. More than likely going to pick up Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud or one of those quarterbacks, or they might surprise us. But they're on the clock. You know what I mean? I've recently just been talking about the XFL, recapping the past couple weeks that I've missed, and previewing week 4. Right now we got a game on Houston and the Houston Roughnecks, coached by former NFL head coach Wade Phillips, and the Orlando Guardians, coached by Hall of Famer Terrell Buckley, first-time head coach. So it's a good game. I can actually pull up the score and tell you right now what the score is if no one's watching at home. There's 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and it's 26-16 Houston. And at halftime, or well, at the beginning of the game, shit, Houston just was blazing on all cylinders with I'd say about 7 minutes left in the third quarter or second quarter in the half. Houston was up 20-3. Orlando's made a pretty good push with their comeback, man. So it's been a pretty good game. I can't even lie. Paxton Lynch is 12 of 18, 225 yards, 2 touchdowns. For Orlando, Brandon Silvers is 22 for 28 with 179 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, it's a good game. It's a good game. It's a really, really good game. I gotta give them that. It's a good game. Haven't been a lot of rushing. It's only 20 yards rushing for Martin for Orlando, 35 yards rushing for Lee. Max Borghi hasn't really been doing much today. He's their leading rusher. He hasn't really been doing much today. But, hey, y'all are nuts. But, yeah, man, it's just been a really tough game today. It's been a hard-fought game today so far, and I'm looking forward to tonight's game, Seattle and San Antonio. I think that's going to be a good game. Jack Cohn's the starting quarterback for the San Antonio Brahmas. And you got good old Gucci Bendanucci, former 2020 draft pick for the Dallas Cowboys. He starts for the Seattle Sea Dragons. He's their starting quarterback, and he leads the league in passing yards as well. So it's going to be a good game. I feel it's going to be a real good game down there in Seattle. And like I said, with everybody getting a chance to mesh with each other after these last few weeks and, the start of the season, because they only had a 5-week training camp. That was the thing about the XFL. They only had a 5-week training camp. And you got to imagine, though, draft was back in November. Then they had, November, December. Then they had a 5-week training camp to get prepared for the season. You feel what I'm saying? Then the season starts. And, of course, we had sloppy football at play, or at the beginning. You know what I mean? All the plays were to be expected like that. All them sloppy plays were to be expected. If you didn't expect that, I don't know what the fuck you were thinking. Because a 5-week training camp ain't shit. The NFL gets way more than 5 weeks. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, in general, they are doing a damn good job for a 5-week training camp. And with, 3 games now under their belt, this 4th week is very, very competitive, as you see. It's very, very competitive. Orlando's been playing like shit for the first 3 weeks. Until I can say, the first 2.5, because the first half of last week's game, they were playing like crap, and they started making a comeback, but they lost. But this week, they're back in the game again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of teams just gelling and getting that experience with each other and staying healthy. That offensive line for these teams need to start gelling a lot more, which we'll see. You know what I mean? Like I said, they just needed that time to practice, and basically they're finishing off their training camp in the season during the season. You feel what I'm saying? So I say by week 5, we're gonna be having some lights out fucking football. If you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, you're gonna get an ad. I'll go ahead and let that ad run before I continue. And again, Chuck, I can't with you, Chuck. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know me. I don't like to be rude. I don't like to talk over ads being played. Cause then y'all miss out what I'm saying. But yeah, man, they've been some good games, even though they've been kind of sloppy. There have been some good games. There's been some good football in general. For a 5-week training camp and basically finishing the rest of their training camp during the season, it's just been good to see how well these teams are picking up chemistry with each other. You know what I mean? So a lot of people got to stop. Excuse me. A lot of people got to stop remembering the past of the XFL and think about the now and look at the now, because the XFL is thriving right now. Little do we know, the XFL is thriving right now. What's going on, Killer? Welcome into the stream, bro. Welcome into the show. You're live with your boy, Jersey the King, on the Gridiron. We talk nothing but football here. You gotta go check out my boy, Killer. He's from Canada. Great streamer, has good energy. He's hype all the time, man. So y'all go check him out, show him some love, check out his vibes. See if y'all like him, man. Go drop on in him. Drop him a follow and go check him out. But yeah, we just, can I get a shout out for Killer, please? But yeah, we're live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook right now. This is the Gridiron, where we talk nothing but football and only football. You feel me? NFL, XFL, USFL, and NCAA. So, you already know. Sheesh. But yeah, hit, like I was saying, man, the buyout wouldn't hurt. And the reason why I say the buyout wouldn't hurt, again, I'll explain. Killerman 77, that's my boy Killerman. Chuck, that's my boy Killerman. But yeah, hit, the buyout wouldn't be a bad thing for the USFL, because look, like I said, if they're not successful this season, then what are they gonna do? Go bankrupt? You feel what I'm saying? If they go bankrupt, then they have no choice. You feel me? They have no choice. If they go bankrupt, they have no choice, and that gives the XFL free range. You feel me? That gives the XFL free range to go ahead and purchase the USFL. And you don't think Danny Garcia and The Rock wouldn't want to do that? You don't think Danny Garcia and The Rock wouldn't want to do that? Come on now. Come on now. Like, let's keep it 100. You don't think they would want to do that? As soon as the XFL went bankrupt back in 2020 because of the pandemic, what did Danny Garcia and The Rock do? Jumped right on it. Danny Garcia called up The Rock because they're business partners. Hey, got a crazy idea? I want to buy the XFL. The Rock said that's the quickest yes he ever said in his life. You feel me? That's the quickest yes he ever said in his life. Chat. Tell me y'all ain't rocking with the XFL right now. If you're not rocking with the XFL right now, you're crazy. It's football. If you love football, you'll watch it just to see what it's all about. And I guarantee you, if you don't have a team that you're a fan of, by the time you watch a full weekend, you're going to be a fan of at least one team. And a lot of people are going to be a fan of DC just because of the fans in DC and their beer snake. Real shit. Chat, I'm telling you. This is elevating. This spring football is elevating. And it starts with this resurgence season of the XFL. We call it XFL 3.0. And a second season of the USFL. Because like I said, if the USFL is successful and the XFL is successful, cool. We just going to keep these two spring and summer leagues. But eventually there's going to be a merge. Especially if, let's just say that the USFL decides to add 8 more teams, and then the XFL decides to add 8 more teams, and then they just eventually merge. You feel me? Boom. You in there. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking in there. There's no in between. Boom. Now we got a long season for spring football. So right after the NFL is done, just like the XFL did this year, a week after the Super Bowl, they started their season. Why not? That means we continuously get football. Because in the NFL, you get a week break between the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. And it's going to be the same way in the XFL, of course. But I'm just saying, they get 17 weeks of games, and which I think is stupid. It should be 18. It should be an even number, but whatever. But, you know what I mean? If they are able to do the same thing in the USFL and the XFL or whatever the case by merging them, bruh, we got football year round. Because after the XFL season will be done, especially if they merged and they made the season longer, after the XFL season is done, it's right back to the NFL and college football. You feel me? And then right after college football and the NFL season, it's right back to the XFL. Spring and summer. So it's a great business decision. It just has to work out right. And I'm an advocate for it. Like I said, I'm a huge advocate for it. And if you guys agree with me, I want to see a 1 in the chat. Anybody that agrees with me, let me know. Throw a 1 in the chat. Because, like I said, it's a great idea. It's going to give us year-round football for everybody who loves football, us diehard football fans. It'll give us year-long football. You feel what I'm saying? So, if you agree, throw a 1 in the chat. Hype that chat up, y'all. Take a drink with me. Hit the blunt with me. Let's make it happen. What's good, bros? Welcome into the show. Welcome to the Gridiron, where we talk number football, NFL, XFL, USFL, NCAA. How you doing today, Bronx? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. How we feeling today? You are live with your boy Jersey the King on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube for the Gridiron Show, live on the Jersey the King Show. You feel me? We podcasting today, brother. How you feeling today? How you feeling? We podcast, let's smoke it. We get high. We talking football, bro.
Pow wow.
Pow, pow. Bogus Tony in the building. What's up, brother? What's going on, bro? You back? Now, look, Tony. How do you feel about the XFL? Bronx, how do you feel about the XFL? Y'all tell me. How do y'all feel about the XFL? Are you into it? Are you watching? Are you, as football watchers, if you watch football? Chuck, can I get a shout out for Bronx as well, please? If you watch football, how do you feel about the XFL? I want to hear from you guys. And again, guys, I'm going to be doing my fan mail. I'm starting the fan mail. So just hit up my Twitter. If you can see it up there. Right here. You'll see it. You'll see my socials. Hit that Twitter. And oh, okay. I appreciate you, brother. But how do you feel about the XFL, bro? Bro, there's a game on right now on FX. Well, you can. How do you feel about year-long football? Let's say this. We transferring from the NFL season, boom. A week after the Super Bowl's over with, boom, we got the start of the XFL, right? Because I'm talking about what me and Hit and Chuck and them been talking about for the last 2 hours. Well, basically the last subject we've been talking about is the USFL, which is another spring league, and the XFL merging because The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and his wife, or excuse me, ex-wife, Danny Garcia, purchased the XFL when it went bankrupt. That's why the XFL is back. Okay, now Bronx, how do you feel about the XFL and the USFL merging? Killer, how do you feel about it? How do y'all feel about an actual merge? Because we only got 8 teams in both leagues. Bro, year-long football. Bro, you feel what I'm saying? Bro, Year-long football. As soon as the NFL season's done, a week later, XFL. Now look, if we get the NFL or the XFL and the USFL to merge, because the XFL, for y'all who don't know, the XFL has a contract with. Well, look, you got football too. Bro, Tony, you about that paper. You ain't going to want to bet on the XFL? Come on now. You ain't going to want to bet on the XFL? That's money. Okay, let's say this. The merger is the XFL basically adds all the USFL teams to the XFL and gets the Fox TV rights, the Fox Sports TV rights as well, so that the games continue to be broadcast on Fox Sports, but you also get the games broadcast not only on Fox Sports, but ESPN, ABC, FX, like it's now. You know what I'm saying? ESPN 2. You feel me? ESPN Plus. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, they do got bets on XFL, bro. Yes, they do. All you got to do is just look it up. And if they ain't got it, The Rock and Daniel have it next year. I promise you. You feel me? I promise you. Because the league's going to be big enough for them to do that. Real shit. The league's going to become big enough for them to do that. You got former NFL All-Pros in the XFL right now. Shit. Martavis Bryant, former Steelers wide receiver. All-Pro receiver Josh Gordon. A.J. McCarron. Ben DiNucci. Paxton Lynch. Vic Beasley. Kalen Ballage. I could go on. I could go on, bro. And I'm just saying, if we get that type of merger, bro, the rules are the same. There's just some rules that are different, okay? So, look, the way they kick the ball off is now, well, in the XFL, is the players stand 5 yards apart. Like the kicking team and the receiving team, they stand 5 yards apart. The kicker's like 20 yards behind the kicking team. The receiver is back as far as they are, like normal. The difference is, besides that, is the lines can't move until the kick returner catches the ball. This is why they get more kick returns in the XFL than they do in the NFL with that new rule that the XFL implied into their rule book. You feel what I'm saying? And then their challenge rule is different. You only get one challenge a game, but you can challenge any play. Anything. You can challenge anything. If you see that there was a call that should have been made and it wasn't made on a play, you can challenge. And they, there was I seen a hold and you ain't call it. Go back and review that. But you only get one challenge a game. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, XFL has a double pass rule as well. Houston just scored a double pass touchdown today in the game that they're playing right now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the rules are different. And the thing is, the XFL has a developmental contract with the NFL. And they have a developmental contract with the rules as well. So the NFL is looking at the XFL to see how the rules work, how their rule changes work. And if they work good, like especially the kickoff rule, they're going to implement it into the NFL. Because we're tired of seeing kickbacks or touchbacks. Like, let these niggas return the ball. You feel what I'm saying? Let them return the ball. And then here's the thing. If you kick the ball into the end zone in the XFL on the kickoff or a punt, the touchback comes back to the opponent's 45. So you starting off in positive field position off the rip. So that's why it encourages kickers to keep the ball in play and give the returners a chance to return the ball. So we can see kick returns for a touchdown, punt returns for a touchdown. You feel what I'm saying? It makes the game more exciting. They also have the no kick after the no kick point after try. So they don't kick a field goal after a touchdown. They either go for a 1-point conversion from the 2-yard line, a 3-point conversion from the 5-yard line, or a 2-point conversion from a 5-yard line, or a 3-point conversion from the 10-yard line. You feel what I'm saying? So you could be down by 9, score a touchdown, get a 3-point conversion, not a game tied. And then in the fourth quarter, you got the option to either go for 4th and 15 or an onside kick. You don't have to kick the ball after a touchdown. You don't have to do a kickoff. You can either kick an onside kick or take your chance and go from 4th and 15 from your own 25. Bro, it's more exciting. It's way more exciting. Bro, the DC fans, the DC Defenders fans, these motherfuckers sit here and they take their beer cups, right? And they drink their cups of beer, and they take all their beer cups and they make a snake through the fucking stands, bro. So fucking lit. They're the hypest fans, bro. I don't know. I don't even watch regular sports. Only thing close to sports I watch is American Ninja Warrior. But some stuff about football and basketball, but that's very little. But, bro, start watching the XFL. Just for me. Just for me. Why? Because it's not the NFL, for one. You feel me? Yeah, everything's the field and everything is the same as regular football. The only difference is the field goal posts are closer together than the NFL. So it makes the field goals more challenging. Makes the kickers better. Developmental league. You're developing these players into NFL caliber players. You feel what I'm saying? So it gives us something more exciting to watch during the summer and the spring. You feel me? Right after the end, the rigged ass NFL. Excuse me, sorry, but I'm just saying, I feel the NFL's rigged. But that's another story for another podcast show. But yeah, the rule changes are dope. You know what I mean? The rule changes are actually pretty dope. You feel what I'm saying? And bro, I've been feeling that way about the NFL for a long time, bro. For a long time. I'm not dissing them. I just feel like they're rigged, bro. I just feel like games be rigged. I feel like games are scripted and some outcomes happen the way they happen for a reason, for business. That's just my opinion from what I see. I watch football a lot. I think I'm doing a football podcast show before I touch on any other sport, because I watch football a lot more than I watch any other sport. But I watch all sports. Bro, I watch lacrosse. I watch rugby. I watch sometimes. Now, I don't watch golf no more because I don't watch Tiger like that no more. You know what I'm saying? But I watch sports. You know what I'm saying? But on some real shit, I just feel like the XFL has an opportunity to not only help change the NFL, but give us something to watch in the spring and the summer that's exciting. And then, like I said, shit, I feel like the NBA be scripted sometimes too. But you can't really say that all the time about the NBA. I don't feel like it's scripted. I just feel like niggas will miss shots on purpose. They'll mishandle the ball when they're dribbling on purpose type shit. It's just be shit like that you gotta watch. Just watch for it. Don't take my word for it. Just watch for it. Because you can't say that all sports are scripted, because it's not like that. Because baseball damn sure ain't scripted. Unless, because niggas got caught. You know what I mean? Baseball done cracked down on all that bullshit. All that cheating shit and all that bullshit. Baseball been cracked down on that. So, that's why I'm saying you can't say that. Hockey, there ain't no way to fucking cheat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there is, but there ain't. So, that's why I say we can't say that about all sports at all. You feel me? But I just feel like, back to the XFL, I just feel like it has nothing to do with my team, bro. It has nothing to do with just my team. Any fucking bro. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the LA Chargers had a playoff game, right? Jacksonville was down 27-7 at halftime. Why they come back and win the game? All LA scored in the whole entire second half was 3 points. Stop. Indianapolis Colts up 33-0 over the Minnesota Vikings at halftime. After halftime, guess what the ending score was? 39-36 Minnesota. Get the super fuck out of here. You're telling me that Minnesota scored 39 points in the second half in overtime and all Indianapolis scored was 3? Stop. Exactly, Bronx. I feel the same way about basketball. The Jags didn't just come back, bro. Come on now. That's corny. Nope, that's corny. Not hearing it. Because the teams changed locker rooms, they changed their game plan. Bro, I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm not. You go back and watch some of these NFL games with shit like that, with them comeback games like that, and watch some of the defenders just miss tackles. These niggas tripping over air. Go back and watch those games. Just go back and watch them, bro. This ain't the time or place for that right now. I'm just saying. Go back and watch the shows, bro. Because at the end of the, or go back and watch the games. Because at the end of the day, bro, I know what I see. Motherfucker right here. These motherfuckers right here. The defender trip. What did you trip over? Who was near you for you to trip? Stop it. You're running at full speed and all of a sudden you trip. Stop. I'm not hearing that shit. I'm not hearing that shit, Tony. I'm not hearing that shit, bro. Yo, if you guys are into HelloFresh, if you guys shop with HelloFresh or eat HelloFresh, go ahead and get that code right there. 60% off plus free shipping with HelloFresh. That's my code right there. That'll get you 60% off and free shipping. Yo, I'm about to order that veggie box, that meat and veggie box, bro. It's like $90 with that 60% off and free shipping. That shit come to like $27 something. What? I'm gonna do an unboxing for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do that. We're gonna definitely do an unboxing for y'all. Yeah, slab ball was good, but that's just how I feel about certain sports. But yeah, back to the XFL and the USFL merge. I feel that if both these teams merge, bro, how do you trip underwater? Bro, you feel me? How? How do you trip over water? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just feel like back to the XFL and USFL merge. I feel like if these two leagues merge, right, we get a longer spring and summer football league. That's one. We get a longer spring and summer football league. Two, they can always add more teams. Because like I said, when the original XFL started, there was a bunch of different teams. You had the Las Vegas Outlaws. You had a LA team. You had an Orlando team, which you still got now. We had a Memphis Maniacs team. We had a Chicago Enforcers team, a New York, New Jersey Hitmen team. There were so many different teams. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Eagles were supposed to win the Super Bowl, and they didn't. And that was bullshit. They had a better team. But we're going to not even talk about that. But I'm just saying, like I said, you can add all those old names, even if you put them in different cities or whatever. You can add all those old names from the original XFL and add more names, you feel me, to give us, 24 teams in the XFL, and then add the 8 teams in the USFL. Boom. Now you got a 32 league or 32 team summer and spring league. Period. Or spring and summer league. Excuse me. Period. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need. We need something like that for us football heads who love football. Because like I said, if they do the right type of deal, they need to make it to where it's like the G League in the NBA, but instead of teams NBA teams owning or NFL teams owning USFL or XFL teams, they have an agreement for those teams that are in the same city or state. We got an agreement. If you have a player in the NFL at the highest level who's not performing, who's not doing what the fuck they're supposed to do, or they get injured and they're out for the season and they need to come back and get back in the groove or whatever the case, you put them on the XFL team. You feel what I'm saying? Let them get back in their groove. Let them get back to 100% from that injury. And when it's time for the next season in the NFL, boom, they're back to their starting job, or they're back to where they was at. Or maybe even if they was a backup, now they're at a starting job. Bro, I can't join the party chat. I'm not on the PlayStation. I'm streaming. I'm podcasting, bro. I'm not on the PlayStation. I'm not gaming, bro. I'm podcasting. But I just feel that it's just more beneficial for us fans, and it's more beneficial for those two leagues, because all the fans from both leagues will now be able to root for one league and just root for their team in that league. And if they have a team that they like in the XFL and the team they like in the USFL, then they can't, you know what I'm saying? They got to choose one. You know what I'm saying? They got to choose a team. But for diehard fans. But like for me, I'm a Vegas Viper in the XFL, but I'm a New Jersey General in the USFL because it's a New Jersey team. But if there was a merge, honestly, I don't know who I'd probably be a Vegas Viper all day. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably be a Vegas Viper. But I'm just saying, if we were to have some type of merge like that, to where NFL teams and XFL teams had that type of agreement for developmental purposes, because they already have a developmental purpose or developmental contract. You know what I'm saying? But if they were to have it to where it's even further, because we have enough teams to match the NFL teams, then boom, you do it like that. You know what I'm saying? And you make it to where players have a second chance, and always have a second chance unless they blow it. Period. Those kids who didn't get drafted into the NFL out of college, they can get drafted into the XFL or signed as an undrafted free agent in the XFL if they don't get signed as an undrafted free agent in the NFL. You feel what I'm saying? Those players who can't stay the fuck out of trouble in the NFL and get cut or released or kicked the hell out, they get a second chance in the XFL. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it should be about anyways. And like I said, for us football heads, we get year-round football. Year-round football, man. So at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm pushing for it. That's why I'm trying to become a part of the XFL staff and become a part of their broadcasting team and either sideline report at certain games or be a broadcaster at one of the games. It doesn't matter to me. I'm pushing to be in that position. I'm working towards it. I'm doing what I need to do necessarily as far as, or I'm doing what I need to do that's necessary as far as getting everything in a row, getting all my ducks in a row to be able to pursue something like that. So that's my goal with this show, the Gridiron, is to, eventually turn it into something that y'all will be watching on TV or on ESPN streaming platform or Fox Sports streaming platform. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm trying to get to. So that's why I'm doing this, because not only do I love it, but I love football, and I love talking about football. I love talking about sports, but I love talking about football. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I made this show. Now, with that merger idea that I gave y'all, how do y'all feel about that? With that merger idea that I gave y'all. And like I said, I'm going to start doing the fan mail every week. I'm gonna start doing the viewer fan mail. You guys can tweet me or direct message me on Twitter or Facebook, and I will answer your questions live on the show. So hit me up on Twitter right there, or hit me up on the book, and I will definitely get y'all questions answered on next week's show. You feel me? So all you gotta do is just hit me up. That's all you gotta do. Hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. Ask me your question, football related, NFL, XFL, USFL, NCAA. You know what I'm saying? Anything football related, I got you. We'll ask it on the show, you know what I mean, live, and I'll answer it for you guys live as well. You know what I mean? Because I am Black History. Hey, you see that? You like that shirt, y'all? But no, how do y'all feel about that? You know what I mean? If that merger was put in place and that were to happen and we get a 32 league XFL, how would y'all feel about that? Being able to see the entire NFL season, and then a week after the NFL season's over, we get the XFL. Let me know how you feel, chat. I want to hear from you guys. This is about that time where I get to hear from you guys, the viewers. So go ahead and ask your questions now. Or, you know, like I said, tell me how you feel about it. What would that be something you would watch or be interested in having or seeing done? You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, if you love football as much as I do, you watch football as much as I do, that's something you would want. You know what I'm saying? A spring and summer league that gives you a long season leading right into the next NFL season, and after that NFL season's over, it leads right back into the next XFL season. You feel what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think, chat. I want to hear from y'all. While y'all do that, I'm gonna grab another beer. Well, I still want you. Oh shit, never mind. I still want you to watch the XFL. Just check out the XFL just for me. Just check out the XFL for me. You feel me? And like I said, you'll see what I'm talking about because it's good football. For a spring league, it's good football. Real talk. That's why I'm so hype about the XFL. That's why I'm pushing the XFL. That's why I'm talking about the XFL. Because it's good for football. It's good for us fans. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I said check it out. Just check it out. You know what I mean? Get to know some of the players. They talk about them. They got a Player 54 show that comes on ESPN Plus. You know what I'm saying, that you could watch, and it just goes deep into the XFL, behind the scenes with the players and shit like that. You get to know the players and shit like that. Certain players on different teams, especially like the stars. You know what I mean? So definitely check it out and see if it's something that you would continue to watch and like to talk with me about here on the show. And like I said, all you guys got to do is just hit me up on Twitter and hit me up on Facebook if you'd like to have your questions answered on fan mail, which I'm going to be starting next week if I have any questions to ask or questions to answer. So all you guys got to do is just hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook, and I'll definitely get you guys on the show with your questions starting next week for the fan mail. But like I said, man, I just want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you guys think of the XFL and the USFL merging and being a developmental league for the NFL. And like I said, if you have any questions for me you want me to answer on next week's show, just hit up that fan mail. Twitter, Twitter or Facebook. Straight up. Hey, all I gotta ask for you to do is just check it out, bro. Bronx, how you feel? Killer, how you feel? Chuck, if you still in here, how you feel? Everybody that's in here, if you're willing to talk in chat, how would y'all feel about a full 16 game plus playoffs and an X Bowl spring league for the XFL? so that we don't have a whole another spring league starting right after one. You know what I mean? We don't have two spring leagues starting back and forth after each other type shit, back to back, like right after each other. You know what I mean? I'd rather just see one long ass season and go from there. You feel me? Like, I feel that is feasible. It's not too much to ask, you know? It's not too much to ask, is it? That's all I'm saying. Because, like I said, us football heads love it. You know what I mean? And with all these moves going on in the NFL, it might be an exciting season next season. Depending on what happens in this offseason and with the draft, it's gonna be an exciting season regardless. You know what I mean? I don't care what nobody says. Even if the shit is scripted, it's still gonna be exciting. That's why I like watching football, because regardless of what happens, regardless of what's going on behind the scenes, the games are still exciting. We see niggas do epic shit. Exactly. It'll benefit both leagues regardless. It'll benefit the NFL. It'll benefit the XFL. And I just feel like it's something that should be done. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, why not? You know what I mean? Just ask yourself, why not? You know? It's just like, damn, why not? Because I want it. Why won't y'all? Why don't y'all want it? Look, sheesh. Houston is up 44-16. Look, Orlando was making a comeback, and that shit got shut down. Houston is dominating 44-14, bro, or to 16. 1 minute, like a minute and a half left. Brandon Silver's only 6 incompletions, y'all. 24 for 30, 239 yards with 3 touchdowns. Harris has 83 yards receiving, 3 receptions, 2 touchdowns. Lee got 2 touchdowns on the ground. Off of 6 attempts, he's got 45 yards. They're just destroying Paxton Lynch and the Orlando Guardians. Like I said before, I don't think Paxton Lynch is the answer. I think Paxton Lynch needs to just retire, get into broadcasting or something, because it's like since you got drafted to the NFL, you just ain't have the juice you had in college at all. And now even in the XFL, he ain't got the juice, yo. He does not have the juice no more. I can honestly sit here and say that shit. This nigga ain't got the juice, bruh. He's Garbo. Like, bruh, I don't care about your 267 yards. You're Garbo. 18 for 30, 267 yards, 2 touchdowns. They ain't got no points. But 16. You're not doing nothing. You're about to be 0-4 to start the season. 6 games left to try and win out and make the playoffs. Not going to happen with him at the helm. Not happening. I'm telling you that right now. It's not going to happen with him at the helm. Period. At all. And I'm going to just keep it 100 with you. It's not going to happen. Because he's not the answer. They need a whole nother quarterback. And like I said, their backup quarterback got in trouble for giving the plays to the opposing team in week 2. Got kicked off the team and got re-signed back to the team because they needed a backup. So, nigga, you got lucky and got your job back only because they needed a quarterback. So, it's like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? But there it is. Final horn. Houston Roughnecks 44. Orlando Guardians 16. That's the final of the first game. We got our second game coming up. Like I said, Jack Cone and the San Antonio Brahmas taking on Big Ben Gucci Danucci who is right now probably tied, or if not leading the race in the league MVP race in the XFL right now. He's got almost 900 yards passing through 3 games. So, yeah. Ben DiNucci. But that receiving core over there with Ja'Cory Pearson, the XFL's leading receiver, and the third leading receiver in the league, Josh Gordon, former All-Pro from Cleveland Browns. Yeah. They got a squad over there on the offensive side as far as in the air. And they got a decent running back as well. I believe the running back leads the league in rushing. So, I'm just saying, like, they got a high-powered offense. They just haven't been able to put together the right formula to get the wins. Too many turnovers. So, let's see if Seattle can clean up them turnovers and pull out another win. They beat my Vegas Vipers in a last-ditch effort, man. They threw the ball up. DiNucci to Gordon, 65-yard touchdown, sent us home. We were whooping their ass, too. We were whooping their ass the whole game. We were about to get our first win. We were about to be 1-2. And, yeah. But we got a battle of 2 1-2 teams. San Antonio Brahmas taking on the Seattle Sea Dragons. Like I said, 2 good offenses taking on some pretty decent defenses. Just Seattle needs to clean up their turnovers, and they'll have a good season. And like I said, if the Vipers can just get on track on defense, the offense is there now. You know what I mean? We just got to get a better running game. Our linemen need to do a better job on the offensive front and getting that push off the line when it's needed on those certain run plays, and just making the key blocks to get that spacing for our running backs to make moves and get yardage. But if we can get a good run game started to go along with this passing game we got now with Brett Hundley and Jeff Badditt, I really feel, and we got Martavis Bryant as well, Jeff Badditt and Martavis Bryant. So, you know, we got a receiving core as well, and we got our starting quarterback, Brett Hundley. So we just need to get our offensive line up to gel some more and get better and get that running game started up again and get it moving, and just keep this high-powered offense that we have the capability of having going. You know what I'm saying? That's really all I can say about that as far as my Vegas Vipers, because, man, oh, my goodness, bro. It's a hard piece. It's a hurt piece that we're 3-0, bro. It's a hurt piece. It's hard to take in. It's hard to take in, but, you know, Fang gang. You know what I mean? But like I said, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a merge between the USFL and the XFL. Yeah, they got dominated, bro. They got dominated on all fucking sides of the ball, bro. On both sides, offense and defense. They got dominated, dog. Pure domination by the Houston Roughnecks. And the Houston Roughnecks has one of the most high-powered offense in the XFL right now. So, kudos to them. Like, I can't lie, man. I think, like I said, with these teams getting their shit together and meshing and gelling the way they are, like you got some teams who are already there. DC, Houston, Arlington, St. Louis, they're there. You know what I'm saying? San Antonio's getting their shit together. They're coached by Hall of Famer, wide receiver, Pittsburgh Steeler, Hines Ward. Definitely. First-time head coaching job. So, big shout-outs to him. But he's coaching the San Antonio Brahmas. And like I said, he's got a good team over there. They just haven't been able to finish 2 games. They let St. Louis come back in the last minute and 30 seconds down by 19, y'all. I said, damn. But A.J. McCarron ain't no joke. He's got 2 back-to-back national championships and a third on the bench at Alabama. This man's got 3 national championships in college football. First player to win consecutive championships as a starting quarterback for the same school. So, St. Louis got a squad. That's why they're 2-1. You know what I'm saying? They lost a tough one last week to Arlington, but they're 2-1. You know what I mean? San Antonio got a win last week. They're 1-2. Seattle got a win last week. So both teams are coming off wins. It's going to be a high-powered game, I believe. Hey, bro, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you modding and sticking around for the whole show, bro, man. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Go ahead and get you some rest, man. I know it's late. I know you about to be heading to bed in about an hour, so you go take care of business, man. I appreciate you pulling up, Hit. You already know I love you, dog. Thank you for being here on the Gridiron. Have a good night, dog. What do y'all think? All right, let's go to something else. 1 second, let me grab this beer, y'all. Look, I got the game playing in the background, y'all. So, look, how do y'all feel about this upcoming draft? What do you think's going to happen? I think C.J. Stroud going to go number 1 to Carolina, or you think Carolina going to take Bryce Young at number 1? What y'all thinking, man? I'm thinking, honestly, I'm going to let y'all tell me. What y'all think? C.J. Stroud at number 1 to Carolina, or Bryce Young at number 1 to Carolina? Or do you think Carolina will trade their number 1 pick that they just got from the Bears to another team for another good player? I'm trying to get some draft pick back. What y'all think? Because things are shaking up right now in the offseason in the NFL, man. Things are shaking up in the offseason right now. I can't lie. Look, Houston put up 44 points, the most in the game this season in the XFL, man. But what do y'all think about the NFL draft coming up, man? Y'all think Carolina gonna take that number 1 pick and keep it, take Bryce, or take CJ? What we talking about, chat? Because I honestly think Carolina might pull the wool over people's eyes and take C.J. Stroud. And if P.J. Walker don't handle his business, C.J. Stroud will be starting. What y'all think? I want to know. Because it's important, man. It's important I know from my viewers what y'all think. I wouldn't have no show if it wasn't for y'all. Hey. XFL 3.0, baby. Look, I'm going to be going to the next Vegas Vipers home game too, y'all. So, I'm going to try and go live from the game. I'm going to try and actually go to the game early because the tickets is cheap. I'm going to go to the game early. I'm going to try to get some interviews with some of the players and coaches from both teams. You know what I'm saying? And see if I can get some interviews, y'all. That's going to be dope. Hope y'all hear me. Hope y'all here. Drop a follow if you haven't, because it's going down. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't. Follow on Facebook and Twitch if you haven't. Because, boy, when this shit blow up, I guarantee y'all going to want to be here. I promise you're going to want to be here. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's going down. Real shit. It's going down. That's all I can say. So, I hope y'all ready because, excuse me, I'm putting a lot of work in. Right now on ESPN 2, Seattle is taking on the San Antonio Brahmas. Jim Fossil, head coach of the Seattle Sea Dragons, is taking on first-time head coach Hines Ward in the San Antonio Brahmas. So y'all can tune in to kickoff right now on ESPN Plus or ESPN2 and watch the game. You feel me? You said hard H. What's that? A hard game? It's about to be a hard fought game. I know that much. It's definitely about to be a hard fought game. Oh, y'all are in OT. Okay. Yeah, man. What y'all think about this upcoming draft? There's a lot of players. Jalen Carter. I gotta see about what's his status on that investigation with the reckless driving and racing charge he got, or whatever the case. But that might hurt his draft stock. Y'all think that'll hurt his draft stock? Y'all think that'll push him out of the top 5? Because he's the number 1 defensive tackle or defensive player coming off the draft this year. You think that's going to knock him out? What you think? Because I want to know. Ugh, 4-4. Let me know. Look, the game on. Look, I got y'all. Look, Seattle's favored by 5. Look. XFL, baby. Here's the kickoff. Look, this is how they kick off. That's how they kick it off. 5 yards apart. Kicker's 20-yard back. And then with the XFL too, bro, what I like too is you can hear the offensive coordinator calling the plays, the defensive coordinator calling the plays. The people in the stands can't. The other teams can't, but we can. You feel me? So it's dope. You get to hear players mic'd up. Like you get to hear the quarterback mic'd up. You get to hear what they saying and shit. They be cussing. Bro, it's live. Shit real football, dog. Shit live as fuck, bro. Tony, that's the kickoff right there, bro. That's how they do the kickoff. If you missed it. That's how they do the kickoff. But yeah, buddy, the XFL is live, y'all. So get ready for it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the USFL season's kicking off April 21st. So get ready for week 1 of the USFL. And also, it's in the middle. It's in the ending of the USFL or the XFL season. So there's going to be both seasons on. Both leagues are going to be playing at the same time. So y'all get ready for that as well. You feel me? Because it's going the fuck down, bro. It's going the fuck down. I'm telling you now. It's going down. Hey, it's going down. So y'all get ready. Like I said, April 21st. We will be here for the season opener for the USFL. And I'll be covering it right here on the Gridiron before week 1. So keep it locked right here. Royalty Gamers and Podcast, the Jersey the King Show, the Gridiron. I'm here. My podcast platform is the Jersey the King Show. I just have different shows. I have the Comic Conversation with myself and OG Otaku from London, England. And I have the Let's Talk About It show with my brother Gateway Gamer from North Carolina. NC, stand up. You feel me? And then I do this show here, the Gridiron, by myself until I find me a co-host. But like I said, y'all hit me up on Twitter, right up there. You'll see it right here on the socials. Just hit me up on Twitter. There's me on Discord. But hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook. Hey, that's a hey, what's going on, L? Can I get my first time chatter? What? First time chatter, L? What's going on, man? All right, so you feel like Arizona might scoop him up at 3? Because, I mean, Arizona is at 3, right? If I'm correct. Can I get a shout out? I'll do it. I got you. Yeah, my man L got man in here. He said Arizona needs a defensive tackle. You right, they do. They need help. But they might be losing D-Hop. My Cowboys might be getting D-Hop. We might trade for D-Hop. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, appreciate the shout out, Chucky. Hey, Chuck, you still in here? Blue. It's all good, bro. Don't even bring. This is a football show. Don't bring that shit in here. I'm asking you nicely, please. This is a football podcast. I'm not talking about no gaming. We talking nothing football, nothing but football. We're not talking about anything else. So, I don't know the whole situation like that. Honestly, bro, I really don't have a say on it right now. Like I said, I'm more worried about football. But you ain't missed nothing. Yo, don't bring the bullshit into my podcast show. I'm asking you, please. I'm here to talk about football. If you're here to talk about football, let's talk football. If you ain't here to talk about football, holla at your boy. Period. You said CJ going to the Seahawks? You think CJ Stroud going to go to the Seahawks? How? Seahawks ain't got the number 2 pick. So how CJ going to go? Because CJ going in 1 or 2. I feel CJ going in 1 or 2. And I don't think CJ going to go to the Seahawks only because the Seahawks just gave Geno Smith a 3-year extension for $75 million. So, I don't know about all that. No, I'm just making it clear. You good, killer. I'm just making it clear. I actually was talking to Blue. I wasn't really talking to you, bro. But I just don't want the bullshit in here. You don't think? You think CJ gonna stay on the board? You think CJ gonna stay on the board? Because I think Anthony Richardson going, he's bigger than Bryce. What you mean? He's bigger than Bryce, bro. Bro, Geno went ham last season. Don't hate on Geno Smith, bro. Geno Smith went ham last season, dog. Real shit. Look, this is a good game right now, y'all. It's because I love y'all. XFL, right here. It's a good game right now. Ugh, look at that. And look, in the XFL, they only got to have 1 foot in, like college. But look, I'm telling you. It's lit. Watch what happened. You think CJ small compared to Bryce Young? They was just talking about it. Bryce Young bigger or smaller than CJ? Way leaner than CJ. CJ's way bigger than Bryce Young, bro. And he's taller. Yeah, he's a trading asset. Geno is a trading asset, but why would they trade him if they're not going to trade him after they just paid him? Bars. They're not going to trade him after they just paid him. Trust me. They're not going to do that. That would be stupid. Even though his contract's only for $75 million. You said they're going to trick the Broncos again? Shit. Watch the Broncos this season, brother. They got Sean Payton at the helm, that coach. He going to turn that shit all the way the fuck around. I promise you. We're going to see Russell Wilson of old, bro. Watch what I tell you. We're going to see Russell Wilson of old with Sean Payton as the head coach. Period. That's all I'm going to say. because they just need, certain weapons like an offensive line, and they can focus on an offensive line in the draft and free agency. They have Sean Payton as their coach. This man coached Drew Brees. He won a Super Bowl. You don't think with the caliber that Russell Wilson is, he ain't going to go up in that motherfucking Denver locker room and shut shit down and get shit rocking? Trust me. You're hearing it first on the Gridiron. The Broncos are going to the playoffs. If they get the right pieces on the offensive line and more pieces on the defense, they're going to the playoffs. Not going to sit here and say they finna go all the way to the Super Bowl or sit here and say that they finna go all the way to motherfucking the AFC Championship, but they're going to make the playoffs. Even if it's just a wild card. Watch. Sean Payton is not playing. Watch what he do, bro. Watch what Sean Payton do. I promise you. Blue, you been watching the XFL? Look, I'm big. I'm high on the XFL. You been watching the XFL, Blue? Let me ask you that. I love it. You're in here debating with me. I love it. Let's go. What? No way. Why not? Why not? Why not? Answer me that. It's football. There's NFL players that used to be in the NFL, in the XFL, trying to get back to the NFL because guess what? The XFL and the NFL have a developmental contract. So now the XFL is almost a full developmental league for the NFL, just not yet. But they're somewhat of a developmental league right now for the NFL. The Sea Dragons is out right now on ESPN2. How you not watching the Sea Dragons? They on right now. Big Ben Gucci Danucci. What you know about Danucci? What you know about Ja'Cory Pearson? What you know about all-pro wide receiver from the Cleveland Browns, Josh Gordon, boy? What you know? Hey, he say you're a Sea Dragons fan. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, Blue, I see you. Blue. Yo, we're live right now. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. It's your boy, Jersey the King. This is the Jersey the King show. This is the Gridiron. We talk number football, baby. It's on right now. ESPN2. Right now. I promise you, right now. You don't hear the game on in the background? You say you like the high school game. Hey, but the XFL is a league of second chances. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to expand and get bigger and more teams, because the XFL originally started in 2001. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of young people don't know that either. The XFL started back in 2001 initially by Vince McMahon. Yes, the nigga who owns wrestling. And there was a lot of different team names. And if they bring those team names back and add them to the teams that they have now, bro, we got a 16-team league. And then merge the USFL, like I keep saying, and add 8 more teams. Or after this season, the USFL adds 8 more teams, and the XFL adds 8 more teams. And then after the next season, both leagues merge. Boom. Now we got a 32 team Spring and summer leagues. I keep preaching it. I keep saying it. Bro, I'm going to be working for ESPN and the XFL one day. Watch. I'm going to be working for the XFL one day. I promise you. I promise you. Real shit. I'm going to be working for the XFL one day. Look. Look, Blue. Your Sea Dragons. Look, Jim Fossil. Your Sea Dragons taking on the Brahmas right now. San Antonio. Look at that. Sea Dragons. That bright ass orange. Look at them. They tried to merge the CFL. Hey, that's crazy that you say that, bro. It's crazy that you say that, Blue. At the beginning of, before the season started, like during the training camp and the draft and the shit with the XFL, they were in talks with the CFL of merging. The CFL ain't ready yet. It's positive. Look, it's positive shit. It's positive talks. But the CFL isn't ready to merge with the XFL yet. They want to see how the XFL does this season, and then how the CFL does this season type shit, and then they're gonna re-talk about the a merge. So we may not need the USFL, but I still say add the USFL, because what they're gonna do is if they merge the CFL with the XFL, they're gonna cut a lot of teams out, or they may not. They may not. Nope. It'll just expand their divisions. Now you'll have Canadian teams. You feel what I'm saying? Mixed in with the United States teams. And now you'll have Canadian teams facing the United States teams as well. Boom. 32-team league. Hit, you feel me? 32-team league. Straight up. So, that's what it's all about, man. Look, Jack Cohn in St. Louis taking on your Sea Dragons right now, bro. Look, I'm a real one. I'm showing y'all the game. It's 0-0 right now. Started the game. Pat Ow. Look at that. You got the defensive coordinator on one side. And you get to hear him. He's mic'd up. And you got the offensive coordinator on the other. And he's mic'd up. It's another thing I love about the XFL. You get to see a lot that you don't get to see in the NFL. You get to hear a lot that you don't get to hear in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes this league special and different. And that's why I say they need to expand and merge. But yeah, CFL merge was already in the talks, Blue. That's crazy. That's crazy that you even say that, because there was already talks. Bruh. Do you know who owns the XFL now? Danny Garcia and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, bro. There's plenty of money. They wiping their ass with $100 bills if they want to. Every time they shit. Real talk. Real talk. You feel me? It wouldn't be nothing. Look, the USFL don't have home fields for all their teams. They just now recently added 3 more fields for their teams to play at. So 2 teams share a field each. They have 4 home fields now. They have 4 fields in their league. Ford Field in Detroit, a field in Memphis, I believe. The Canton, Ohio Hall of Fame game field where they play the Hall of Fame game in the NFL. They got that field, and they got the field in Birmingham, Alabama, which was their hub field last season, in their first season in the comeback, and every team played their home games at that game. So you play, or at that field. So every game was at the Alabama field in Birmingham, because that's where the hub is for the USFL. Just like the hub for the XFL is in Texas, in Arlington. But the difference is the XFL has home games or home fields for all their teams. Like, I can go to a Vegas Vipers home game, which I'm going to be doing. Bro, he got bread, bro. You think The Rock just got Jumanji? My bro, he got mad bread, bro. The Rock got money from wrestling still. He's getting money from wrestling. The Rock got money from his movies, still getting money from his movies, royalties. The Rock got money from his clothing line or his sports line, his athletic wear, Project Rock, and he just did a fucking deal with Under Armour for the XFL because his Project Rock is through Under Armour. Bro, The Rock got plenty of cash, and then his ex-wife got cash, and then their investment company Redbird Capital got cash. So it's nothing, bro. It's nothing. Trust me, it's nothing for them to be able to travel. Plus, you got the CFL money. It's nothing. Trust me, it's nothing for them to travel. You feel what I'm saying? Nothing at all. So that's why I say it's possible because they have the money to do it. They had enough money to buy the XFL. They bought the XFL for dirt cheap. Like 15 million. 15, 20 million, something like that. Dirt ass cheap, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they got the money. Money ain't the issue. Money's not a problem whatsoever. At all. You feel me? It's about just making it happen. And it works. So more so on the CFL side, they just want to see how this season goes. If it's successful, then they'll continue talks next offseason. After the season's over. For both leagues. Then, if talks are positive and things look like it could be good, we'll be hearing about a merge. And then next thing you know, the XFL jumping. 32 teams. They got 8. All they need is 24 teams from the CFL. Real shit. All they need is 24 teams from the CFL if they're going to do it like that. But that's why I say they won't. They'll probably more than likely wait until the XFL and the USFL merge so that the XFL is a 16-team league. And then they'll add 16 teams from Canada. And then boom. There's your developmental league for the NFL. Period. And they just continue to call it the XFL. Don't change it. Don't add nothing from the USFL or the CFL. Just keep it XFL. Period. Why? Because it's a league of second chances. Now you got players who couldn't hack it in the league their first go around. They get an opportunity to make it back in the league. Period. And that's what it's all about. That's why I say these merges need to happen with those 3 leagues. XFL and the XFL and the USFL need to merge first. And then once the XFL and the USFL merge and it's a bigger XFL, then the XFL and the CFL need to merge. Then it's a bigger XFL, full 32-team XFL season. Will be long. Playoffs, X Bowl. There you go. That's our spring summer league. You feel me? With plenty of talent to watch. Up and coming talent or re-emerging talent. Period. That's what it's all about. But like I said, man, hit me up on that Twitter right there. Hit me up on Facebook if you want to be a part of the fan mail, which I'll start doing next week, where I'll be asking your questions in regards to football, anything NFL, XFL, USFL, or NCAA. I'll be asking your questions live on the show and answering them live on the show. So all you got to do is just send your questions in on either Facebook or Twitter. And like I said, we'll go live on the show next week, and I'll make sure to go ahead and start the fan mail session and get it popping. And we'll really get it popping. You feel what I'm saying? So like I said, just hit me up on Twitter or Facebook and ask me your questions, and I will answer them live on the show next week. If you deal with HelloFresh, again, I'm sponsored by HelloFresh. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring my Twitch channel. For sure, for sure. Well, shit. Actually, all my platforms, to be honest. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring me. Period. If you guys do shop with HelloFresh, just hit that exclamation HelloFresh in the chat, and you can get a 60% off and free shipping code. And I'm telling you, man, it's worth it. I looked it up. I actually went to go use the code to see just what it does, or just what the discount will be. And we're talking the meat and veggie box was $89 and change. After the 60% off code with the free shipping, it comes to $27 and change. So, I mean, it's a huge savings. So definitely go ahead and use that code and get you some HelloFresh. I'll be doing an unboxing soon for the HelloFresh as well, so you guys can see it for yourself. And I'm going to cook it and show y'all what it's all about. So if you really are interested, you can go get it for yourself and use that code I got. You feel me? If you'd like to join the Discord, hit that exclamation Discord in the chat. We're all about fun, helping each other grow, supporting each other, networking, and just doing a bunch of different events with each other as a family, as a Discord family. And, you know, just come join the kingdom if you're interested. Like I said, exclamation Discord in the chat, exclamation HelloFresh for the 60% off and free shipping code. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, there's the links on my homepage on Twitch. They're on my YouTube as well. So if you'd like to donate to the channel, to either of the channels, you can. Also, if you're following me on Twitch, go subscribe to me on YouTube. If you're subscribed to me on YouTube, come follow me on Twitch. So, you know, and on Facebook, you know, go follow me on Facebook. Let's get these numbers up on Facebook as well, man. I'm trying to get there as well. I'm trying to touch all platforms, y'all. I'm trying to touch all platforms with this podcasting. But I'll be back next week with more NFL, XFL, USFL, and NCAA football news right here on the Gridiron, live on the Jersey the King show. So I want to thank everybody who pulled up. Thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Chuck Finley 420 for the raid. If y'all know about Chuck, man, go drop him a follow. Go show him some love. This man's in the middle of making his own game. So definitely go check him out, because he will be streaming that release or that preview of his game that he made soon. So if you're not part of the Discord family and you can't be up to date with what's going on with him through Discord, definitely hit him up on Twitch and check him out, man. Go drop him a follow. Watch his channel. You already know what it is, man. Killer Man, thank you for coming through. Alessio, mi hermana, Nexus, thank you. Bronx, Tony, Blue, Hit. Who else pulled up in here, man? I gotta go back through the chat and see. There's a few of y'all in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Again, thank you for the raid. Chuck, man, I appreciate it. Love you for it, bro. You already know what it is, man. And again, I will be back next week with episode 3. More from the Gridiron. It's your boy Jersey the King, man. I'm here. Motherfucking legend with it. You already know what it is. Thank y'all to everybody watching on Facebook. Thank you to everybody watching on YouTube. Thank you to everybody watching on Twitch. I will be back next week with more football talk. The Gridiron. We here. We ain't going nowhere. And like I said, when I get a chance to get to a Vegas Vipers home game for the XFL's Vegas Viper team, I will be going live from the game, y'all. Directly from the game. So, y'all get ready for that as well. Like I said, all my links are there. Follow me on my socials. If you want to be part of the fan mail, which I'll start doing next week, go ahead and hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. Ask your questions. I'll pull them up live on the show next week, starting next week, if I get enough people. If not, then I'll have to wait. But if I get enough people, I'll start doing the fan mail every week and go from there. So, again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for chilling with me, discussing everything with me, hitting certain topics of this football life that we live. No, but real shit. I thank y'all for tuning in, man. I thank y'all for being here. You feel what I'm saying? And again, next week I'll be here with more. We'll be recapping week 4 of the XFL. So tune in to tomorrow's games. Doubleheader. It's going down, man. It's going down. Vegas and DC again. And St. Louis and Arlington. St. Louis and Arlington is the first game of the doubleheader. And to cap it off with some Sunday night spring football, man. DC Defenders at home taking on my Vegas Vipers. So, shout out to my Vegas Vipers. Fang Gang. You already know. We out here. Good luck to y'all tomorrow. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I love y'all. I appreciate everyone. Thank you again. Until next week. Peace out. This is the Gridiron, baby. Holla at your boy.